Can you hear me? Say yes, you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you, Dear War. Hello, everyone. So, Blood Moon forced me to do this, guys. So, here I am. She twisted my arm. She practically cursed me out. Blah, blah, blah. Aquí estoy. Vamos a hablar de lo que sea. We can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Blood Moon topic. Hey, crazy boy. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Okay, let me see if I can drop the link. I don't have a topic. I didn't plan on going live tonight, but I guess I got some people used to me going live. Does anybody like my avatar? Look at the butterfly wings. Isn't it cute? Hola, Delta Tone. Delta 1, I'm sorry. Yeah, Blood Moon, you should. Hey, Danny. No work tomorrow, Danny. For some reason, when I have to go to work, I'm super sleepy. And when I don't have to go to work, I have all this energy. I can actually stay awake. Yo no estoy fumando. I don't smoke weed all the time anyway. Blood Moon, apúrate. Or give me something to talk about. What you guys want to talk about? Fulana got the notification. Blood Moon, te lo voy a tirar a ti. Yeah. You could say I am. You could say I am, yeah. It's different, right? It's cute. I like that. Hola, Tina. Now, Fighter can't get upset, right, Tina? Because he said he was going to go live and now he changed his mind, correct? Had us all souped up and then, he doesn't even bother to come. Topic. Give me a topic, something to talk about. Somebody gave me a topic before, but I wanted to prepare for that conversation because I would have actually needed more women on the panel. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, thank you, Tina. Let's see. Let me send it to Fulana anyway, so she won't say she didn't get it. So what do y'all want to discuss? What do y'all want to talk about? It's late night. Obviously, everybody's bored because you guys all popped up at the same time. That's cool. 7 people. So that's cool. Hit that like button. Let me hit my own like button. What do y'all want to talk about? Talk to me, people. Three people haven't hit that like button. Hit that like button. Talk about your love for Danny and Lord. No. I do love the toxic twins, though. I will say that. So where's the other one? Because usually when one's around, the other one comes. Yes, Danny, you're super handsome. Where's your toxic bro at? Nah, Smoothio. I really don't. I'm talked out. I actually talked about it earlier. Damn, Smoothio. I don't want to talk about it, but it was eye-opening. It was interesting, to say the least. I've never been timed out so many times in my life, but it was very interesting. Possible topic for your live stream. Blood Moon professes her secret admirer for Terrell. Oh my God. But she doesn't know how to admit it to him. Maybe Blood Moon wants to talk about that. Probably not, Blood Moon. Probably not. Hay un stream earlier, crazy boy. Que ni quiero hablar de eso. Very disappointed. Hello, J-Dub. Bitcoin, what up? Ay, Smoothio, that's so final. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Pick a topic, something juicy, something good. It's late night, so let's talk about something that'll keep adults awake for a couple of hours. You're gonna still look at the love. I love the love that you guys have for each other here. Hola, Bitcoin. Sube. Since nobody wants to talk, and you can definitely keep a conversation going. If you don't mind, I don't know what you're doing. Didn't you say you want? Oh my God. Y'all super nasty, but why Blue Moon and Terrell, the oddest couple, yo? Third Ward's been in a funky mood. Third Ward, I didn't like that little video you had. We're not taking that L, you heard? I didn't like that little video. That wasn't cool, Third Ward, but okay. We're going to have to do something for Texas. We'll find something. King la loca. Nah, we're not taking that L, buddy. And that wasn't cool. That was not cool at all. But okay, I owe you one. Ooh. Wow. Those are strong words. Oh my God. Fight. Can you just do it here so I can hear you guys talking instead of just typing in the freaking chat? Third Ward has been in a little funky mood with New Yorkers, yo. I don't know what's up with New Yorkers in Third Ward, but we're gonna have to pay your ass back for that one. Oh, I thought I dropped the link, Bitcoin. My bad. I like that though, Blood Moon. I said, I think you want to block his lips with your sausage. Tina, how much has he won so far? Where's he up to? Did he lose it already? Ooh, weaves. Blood Moon's out for blood. No, mama. If you come on the panel, we could talk about it, Blood Moon. I saw something about going natural anyway. That was funny. Hi, 14. Hit that like button, people. Come in the chat. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. It's Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Ay. Oh. Hold up. Ditto, Smoothio, ditto. Bitcoin, I gave you the link 2 times already. ¿Qué pasa? Do you see it? Do you not see it? Bitcoin? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Uh-oh. How you don't see it, Bitcoin? Wow. That's okay, Bitcoin. Just say you don't want to come on the panel because it's there. I'm sure everybody else sees it. Oh Lord. Okay. Somebody doesn't know I'm live. Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Que lo Kentucky.
Que lo Kentucky. Why you not live, fighter?
Because I was over there because they told Xena to I guess end the live. I was over there getting money. Niggas is getting mad at the table.
So you
They
taking
get
it?
mad at the table, and I still got chips. So I'm gonna go. All right, we came to get some McDonald's. I'm gonna go back and get more money and spank them and talk them. Yo, I was spazzing them some Asian bitch. She was like, "Oh, you don't know how to play." I
Oh
said,
man.
"Right," and I said, I don't know how to play. I was like, "I'm the one getting money here on the table. Nobody else getting no money." And I got
Right.
up. Right when I hit, and I was like, and I told the dude, "Yo, don't worry, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna get some money." I go, like if I'm with my profit, I go, I cash it out, and I come back. I'm playing with their money right now. Like fuck them
Right.
niggas, man.
Right.
And I hate when you're at the table and niggas like get mad at how you move. Like nigga, this is my money, man. If you don't like the way
Exactly.
I play, meet me in the parking lot, nigga.
Oh man, and you feeling kind of saucy there, huh?
Yeah, ya tú sabes, love.
Are the drinks free in
I
that casino?
photo like you know me paso.
Yeah, I know. Pero portate bien. So what's up? We're not gonna get that surprise, man, fighter. You're gonna come on later. What's up?
Um,
Curious minds want to know.
I mean, I went live, but Xtina ended it, so it's her fault.
She said that they couldn't. She couldn't record while you were playing. So I guess those are the rules of the casino.
Nah, yeah, that is the rules though.
Yeah. So I guess you guys didn't know that. So you're not gonna tell us. You're gonna go live later tomorrow.
Can't keep, nah, I'm go live again. Like I'm back on YouTube, even though I'm not like doing 20-hour streams, but
Yeah.
like in and out like an hour, 2 hours,
Okay.
But niggas want you to give them your life and shit on YouTube. Like, man, listen.
That's true. That's true. Hey, Godzilla. So where's Tina? Okay, there you are.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Oh man. What he said? Somebody has black something wrong. I'm no fucking joke. How you don't see the link? Anybody else sees the link? Anyone gonna invite Radical Latino to the chat? He gets the notification, Godzilla, so he should be seeing it. Fighter saw it. Fighter clicked the link. I don't know why Bitcoin doesn't see it.
Cause that nigga on coke.
Oh man. He said I don't see it. Somebody has black something is wrong. I'm not fucking joking. I don't know. I put it there several times. Oh, espérate. Maybe it's this. Hold on. Do you see it now?
This probably
What are you guys eating?
McDonald's.
the healthiest in the world.
Oh my god. Tina's eating like a starving. Oh man. Oh, hey backpack. How you doing? Thank you, Danny. Let's see if he sees it now because Danny just picked it up.
You're fucking around.
So what do I want to talk about? Tina, what do you want to talk about? Besides Fighter almost kicking somebody's butt.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just hungry.
Yo, I want to smack that. Yo, I want to smack that Asian bitch.
Nah. Win your money. Make that money.
I wanted to smack her with the money. Then I told her, I said, "Miss, I'm getting more money than you right now." She's like, "All right, you want $100 right now? I'll give it to you."
Wow.
I told her like she shut the fuck up.
But if that's like her table or her spot, gamblers, they're really right. Bitcoin, they're really funky about.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
They got little rituals and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as good luck and bad luck.
But don't you guys have like this is my table, I sit on this chair, blah blah blah.
But now you know the ritual at the start, sucking my dick. That's the
For
ritual.
fucking losers. You go in, you play, and that's it.
Oh man.
They can meet me in the parking lot. I'm gonna stab them in the fucking neck.
You have Tina with you. You can't bring all that smoke while you're with Tina.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Look at Tina. She's like, please just get me home safe. Yeah, we hear you, Bitcoin.
Yeah,
so what's up, Bitcoin? You're not at the...
I didn't see you. Danny dropped the link and I seen you. I didn't see when you dropped it. What up, Fighter? What up, Tina?
I dropped it like 4 times, but yeah, I guess he had to do it.
Yo, Third Ward, come through and let's play blackjack so I can take your money, nigga.
Wait, were you at Maryland Live?
Yeah. I'm gonna make this nigga. I'm gonna take third world some. I'm gonna take all his money. That nigga gonna bet his channel on me. Like he gonna want to bet channels and shit. Like
You didn't try to baccarat at the game I played. You didn't try baccarat.
oh man.
You guys gonna have to clear something up because everybody's asking like, what's going on? Is this a date? Like, is that the surprise? You guys are together?
Why can't two friends just can't hang out?
The answer. It's whatever you want it to be.
What?
Really?
No.
So just let our imaginations run wild. We can just make it up as we go.
No. People gonna talk shit regardless, right?
True.
So I'm gonna say it's whatever you want it to be. If it's nothing, it's nothing. If you think Fighter's gay, I'm gay. Like if you think she's my baby mama, she's my baby. Whatever you want to think, it is what it is. Like,
oh damn, gay? That's going a little bit far.
I'm playing.
Just put you with Tina. Y'all together now.
I'm on one.
Tina, you looking good. You're looking good, Tina. You too, Fighter. You looking sharp.
Oh, this is Dave. No, she said this is Dave.
The Bitcoin, see the shout out Tina gave during her birthday video.
I saw Tina twerking.
Yeah, she was twerking already.
And then I was following the steps being shown to me.
Sweated her hair out. That's
You gotta find the rich guys.
Congratulations, Tina.
Oh my God,
This is the big news, guys. This is the debut on Morena's channel. Fighter and Tina together finally after a couple of years.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I seen that crazy boy.
Wow.
Yo, I'm fucking blocked on fucking the fucking faggot of Sasua. He blocked me. I can't go on anymore.
Oh man, what'd you do, Bitcoin?
Well, first he tried to say that he made Fighter, he made Tina, he made everybody. Told him to stop. I was going off, yo. They all got me blocked on the darker side of things. I know a couple people been watching. Like I can't even go on anymore.
So, well, who you talking about?
The fucking the guy who wears anal beads around his neck. The guy who wears anal beads around his neck.
Yeah, I think him and Blum are going at it there. They're giving each other love taps. Regarding Terrell. Right, so what's good? How you been, Bitcoin? You've been missing in action for a minute.
Chilling. I've been with the kids, just
oh man,
staying local, just really,
Okay.
If Fighter hasn't been on, nobody, I've been, like I said, I've been on the other side of YouTube, and I'm blocked. I'm blocked now, so.
Your Bitcoin. We're gonna do a
Yeah, I told you that already.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Gamblers Anonymous, Long Island.
When you come back to New York, yeah, whatever.
Wow.
That's a nice casino too.
Yo, Bitcoin, you ever been like at a blackjack table and niggas get mad at the way you play?
Yeah, I don't sit at a blackjack table because you could, blackjack. I'll be honest with you, because whatever you do could change the outcome of the next man's hand, and that shit could get really bad. Plus, it's one of the worst games to play in the casino. I don't play blackjack.
That's what I was talking about. She was mentioning Pacino's fault.
Because you could do whatever you want with your money, but whatever you do could affect the. That's why you'll see like a guy playing like one guy alone. Or like two.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing for a lot of money. They'll get their own table.
I be telling them like, this is my money. Like what you want? You want $100?
Fight at a blackjack table. That's why I don't play blackjack too.
I tell them like, this is my money. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Now you hit on the 20. Niggas super like that. They'll hit on the 20. They want to. They'll be like, all right, let me hit. So you can be an asshole, and that guy just lost fucking $200.
Yeah, look, like they were laughing. When I lose. Listen, they'll laugh. Like. If I lose and then I'll hit for 80, 100, then they're quiet. I'm like, yeah. Now y'all all quiet in here, right? Bitch ass niggas.
Damn. I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't know,
Yeah, they be trying to tell you how to play.
Like, yeah, for instance, like if let's say Fighter gets a 16, right? He sticks or 14. The guy's like, hit. They'll be like, hit. And he's like, no, I'm a stay. Or maybe he gets 18. You know what I mean? Like certain people play, they don't care. They'll just play unorthodox, and then they start telling you how to play, like you're saying.
Right.
Like, and that's the thing about gambling. Like, sometimes you gotta be unorthodox, and that's how you win.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
I didn't think people that are on the table will start hating on you too. Like everybody's
They were hating, yo, because you ask Xtina, how many times I went, got up and cashed out and went back to the table and won?
The worst is when like they tell you not to hit, right, and then you win and they all lose because you took that card. Oh my god. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Like Maryland Live is good security. That's a good casino, but when you go to like you're in Atlantic City and like by the boardwalk and you got all the hood mother.
Gangsta. I'm glad I don't gamble.
We will catch him in the parking lot.
Fighters ready. You want to meet me outside? Meet me outside. You want to meet me outside?
Got the shit right.
Yeah, if no, somebody in this casino got a problem with how I play, man, meet me in the parking lot, man.
Try baccarat. When you try to game I play, you should play a couple hands of that. Try a little different.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we're gonna do Gamblers Anonymous on Long Island. I mean,
Sounds like Bitcoin hasn't been there in a minute, though, right?
Nah, I go to casino all the time.
Okay.
We're probably gonna. I seen you. You guys gave me the itch. My boy just got up. He's like moving around all crazy right now.
I thought
He's itching. Hey.
Bitcoin. I thought about you, man, when I was there, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you did, because shit. Because I was like, damn. I was like, yo, y'all over there. That's a nice casino, though.
Morning TMZ. Morning Sundown.
Yo, the nicest casino that I've seen was in Detroit, downtown Detroit, like across the water from Canada.
Oh yeah. Look at Sundown set fighter.
Which one is that one?
No,
like who was getting junior?
Yeah, I heard Radical, like, yo, he got thrown out of the black community at YouTube. So now he's trying to claim that he's Salvadorian or something like that. I don't know. I heard that. I don't know if it's true.
When did that happen?
Yo, it's a cleanse, body cleanse and shit.
Why?
Because you drunk one drink and you're like,
I'm good now. Yo, I hadn't eaten since like.
You know Tina can't hang. You know Tina can't hang. Oh! Your daddy, what's up? What's up?
Yo, Blood Moon, come up. Danny, come on. What's up? What's everybody? Yo, stop playing around.
Yeah, I gotta charge my phone.
Hey, Daniel, did you hit that like button?
I had it already.
Yo, what happened?
Thank you. Give me a topic, you Daniel. Nothing that we discussed today, but a topic. Nobody's giving me a topic so that we can keep this stream going because apparently
you at the casino. When I was at the casino one time, I got robbed twice in one night by girls. The girls are slick. Gotta be careful.
Yo, Bitcoin about to go back in there and spank these niggas, man. They mad as fuck.
So how does Bitcoin bring his camera? Bitcoin brings his camera into the casino.
Well, you gotta because that's the live case. Because you see Tina, how she's just like in the middle of the floor. She looks awkward. She's not like Because if Bitcoin was there, trust me, I know like how to maneuver a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got experience with that shit. So you gotta like be in the cut. You gotta go to certain tables, and then the dealer give them an extra tip, and they'll be cool with it. But it's all about what I'm saying, like shit like that.
Okay. So Tina gotta be inconspicuous.
Yeah, like inconspicuous and shit. Like put the phone down, like just like put it down and just like leave it there, whatever.
Want a cookie?
Shit like that. But yeah, pretty much. Yo, they got a club in there? Oh no.
Yeah, they do, yeah. It was jumping too.
Yeah, they got a club in there too. I went to Philly Live. They got Philly Live in Philly. That shit was nice too.
Oh yeah, Philly. Yeah, Philly. It got like this like nice little vibe out there too, Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. But like today I was just feeling lucky. I said, yo, I want Tina.
Okay, so what made you go to Maryland or where Tina's at?
Oh,
what prompted that?
Yo, like all right. I was out here on some like other like business transaction shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm really out here. But I was like, yo, you know what? Xtina out here, and I got a couple other friends out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leaving Sunday. Tomorrow I'm gonna go chill with like a couple other friends.
Okay.
So like yeah, but don't worry, man. I came on here like on a business action, and if you got me on Instagram, you probably already know what it is.
I kind of saw it, but I couldn't really tell. But you said you were gonna let us know, though.
Yeah. Stay tuned to the channel, man.
Okay.
Yo, Smoothie, what are you talking about?
I'm coming back around, right?
Yes, definitely.
So I say like give me like a week. I'm gonna be like doing at least 1 or 2 lives a week, and dropping videos every other day. You know.
Okay.
You see 6ix9ine, yo, he went back to the city. He was like, yo,
Oh yeah.
that's why I love him, bro. And yo, his song is lit too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been bumping that shit
Let me tell
all
you
day.
something about Tekashi, right? Tekashi, his music, it's entertaining.
That's
It's like
all there, basically.
it's party music. It's entertaining, but like like his real life personality, like you know.
He's really like that though. You could tell like he's not being an actor. Like he's really like he be on the YouTube channel. Like he don't even want to be claimed to be a gangster anymore. That shit was like the first side of his life. Now he's turning it around.
Moy said that I want you, Xtina.
No, he went to Brooklyn. No, he went to Brooklyn. He went to A11. He went all over there in Bushwick.
But yo, listen, I want her and I got her. Look, she right here. Right? Look.
He said, "I want, I gotta."
And I got her. No, listen, if they
But Tina's yelling. Why are you yelling, Tina?
hold on,
Who
if
you
they
with,
joking, why can't I joke back? That's crazy.
True,
Like,
true.
back. Let me joke
Tina,
back.
who you with, Tina? Tina has a secret to tell us.
Who you with right now? Who you
Because
with?
she keeps putting it out there like, no, I'm not with fighter. No, we're just friends. We're joking. Nothing.
Soy tu
What's
papá.
up, Tina?
Nah, man.
I'm just saying.
Nah, man. Listen, man, I'm a simp, man. I'm using the friend zone, you know.
Alpha
Aw.
simp. Alpha simp.
I'm an alpha simp.
Alpha simp? Oh, that's new. Okay.
Nah.
Come on, Moy.
I was out here and it was like I was doing something and Xtina lives in the area, so I was like, yo, let's go to the casino. Like I'm feeling lucky, I want to go gamble.
Okay, I'm trying to replay IG, and I did see a couple of things, but it didn't really give me that much of a clue.
Come on, Marina, you smarter than that.
I mean, I don't want to start throwing stuff out there and have other people figure it out, but
yeah, I don't say nothing, but you know,
okay.
y'all gonna see some fire shit, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you got good. You know, you got the spies. There'll be spies out there.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. I got this little Glock that'll teach him a lesson, so it's all good.
And they're not racist.
Got a little Glock to teach him a lesson, man.
Delta One, what are you talking about? You at the live or horseshoe?
Crazy boy says, "Oh, listen, Xtina. Then I say I'm gonna give 100 to gamble with. I'm gonna give 100 to gamble with.
I mean, I doubt I'm gonna use it.
Oh, you're Daniel. Wow.
No.
Let her play Fire Links.
Hold on, look. I just told her I'm gonna give her 100 to gamble with, and she said you gotta use it. Nah, we're not doing that, man. You gambling that money?
Yo, Tina, do what my Dominican baby
All right,
does.
there's
She
so many
says she
people in the
loses.
stream. Please hit that like button, people. Give me a topic. I want to talk about something. Okay, you know what? Then I guess I'm gonna talk about
Yo,
what I want
Spider,
to
my
talk
baby
about
mother used to
before.
do. I used to give her money, and
the casino. Okay.
she used to just pocket and say she lost. She was Dominican.
Nah. If that's the case, I'm gonna gamble it for you, and if I win 100, then I give it to you. What about let's do that? I'm gonna gamble it 100 for you. If I win it back, I'll give it to you.
Yo, Blood Moon, why, you're not even religious. Why you want Tina with this Christian stuff? What's wrong with you?
Look, Christine. Look. Blamu said Christians don't gamble. She gambled the first time we went to the casino. So what you talking about?
All right, so you guys are not giving me a topic, Tina. You're gonna have to participate in this topic.
Let's talk about how you y'all gonna get together and
okay, Marina, I got
We're
one.
heading back to the casino.
Oh yeah, we about to link up with Candace.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Marina. So all right, spit or swallow.
Oh, spit.
I swallow.
Yo,
Tina.
Tina.
Yeah, I heard Bitcoin. Let's not focus on
to die. This nigga's wild.
Get some pussy. What the fuck? I can't swallow some pussy juice.
You know we ain't talking about that.
Look.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
What's the topic I wanted to discuss? Let me see what. Somebody gave me a suggestion, and I know it had to do with men. So let's see. Let's see. Hold on.
We should talk. We gotta have the meetup.
Oh, okay.
That's what we should do.
Yeah,
what makes, this is for
at?
Tina. Maybe I don't know if Tina wants to discuss it. Hey, Aline. Tina. What makes?
You want to go to McDonald's bathroom real quick?
No, wait till we get to the casino.
To the hotel.
Escúchame, Tina. What makes sex bad? With a man. What makes
the
it
hotel?
bad?
Yo, hold on.
No,
Casino, not the hotel. The casino. Yeah, it's the same shit. Like casinos have hotels.
Wait, there's a hotel there too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, don't most casinos have hotels in them? Like there's
Most
like
of them.
I don't know. I don't gamble.
there's like 90% of casinos.
I think
Oh.
all of them.
Yeah,
I've never.
because most people they're gonna get drunk and then they're just gonna sleep there.
Uh-huh. And lose their money in the morning.
Look at Moise.
It's wildin', man. Moise said, "I never spit on females, but I definitely swallowed spitting on them."
Yeah,
What
I
nigga?
told
I
you.
be spitting all up in their mouth.
Not the only one. Yo,
Oh.
funny story. Remember the girl, the throat coat? I told you I hit her up, right? I sent her $100. She sent me a video. Did you get the video? She sent me like a video. Like she was
Yeah,
crazy. And then
man.
she slapped me.
Yo, she's a slore, bro. Like, why you doing that?
I don't know, man. Something about a slur. Just I don't know.
Now, but you know what? I'm gonna take that as more like charity. So you did something beneficial for her.
Yeah, I sent her $100. You know, whatever. Not bad. I got the video if anybody wants to see it.
Blood Moon, oíste eso? Bitcoin said he swallows.
Hey, yo, I'm eating, man. What the fuck? Yeah, let me the laptop.
Tina, what makes a man whack in bed?
Oh,
What would make sex bad? Like, what would make it bad?
The bed.
I don't know. He can't stay up.
Okay, to me, what makes it bad is when he tries to talk.
oh, yo, I'm not gonna lie. That happened to me before. A girl was like, "Yo, shut up!" Like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I was like, okay.
Exactly. Like,
yeah, I was like,
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Yeah.
You did that because it would have been over, right? She could have just stopped it.
Huh?
She could have just stopped it. You know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
You know, honestly, you know what's a real good topic? Honestly, it's a real live topic. Like, even if the older you get, women, you know, the sexual drive gets more higher as they get older. Men, it decreases.
Facts.
I mean, this is scientific. So, I mean, everybody can say that you know they got the best D game, but honestly, you know, sometimes I gotta hit the store and get a Rhino pill. It's the energy pill, like a Viagra, because you know you're drinking, and you don't want to like you don't want to go to up at bat, and then you know you make a mistake. So.
But a Bitcoin, you're not even 40 years old. How you need
it doesn't
pill?
matter. I know 20-year-olds that use it because you know what I mean. They're drunk, they're drinking. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it doesn't. It's not about. It's not even about the testosterone. It's more like you just don't want to be like in a situation, and then you're doing. You know, you might be doing something up your nose. That's not good for you down there. Gotcha. Anybody knows that. That's not good for you down there.
Okay.
But all right. Let me say this, right? Because they say when a woman doesn't get wet, that's the man's fault because she's not getting aroused. But
correct.
What if the guy's not getting hard? That means that maybe she's not arousing him either.
That's the thing too.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even want to be there if he's not getting aroused. It doesn't take much, you know.
No, it's true. What he's saying.
Fuck, but she just doesn't.
I'm not saying men are easy, but if you get to that point, he wants to have sex. So why would you have to work so hard to get him aroused?
This? Danny don't drink, right? I'm not picking him, but Danny don't drink. So Danny will probably get a hard on. Danny will probably get a hard on in 2 seconds because.
Oh man.
And probably stay hard forever.
You know, he don't really focus on vision. But me, like you gotta like I need oral sex. I need sloppy toppy oral sex.
He's like, what? Not the gas station pills. What you know about the gas station pills, Aline?
No, but if you got a good head game, then I don't need the pill. But I need to know that first.
Oh, okay. So you ask her first, and if she says no, you'd be like, okay, hold up, I'll be right back.
No, she says no. I'm just gonna act like I speak Chinese. I'll be like, okay, I'm out of there.
The big one. The big one. She said the big one. Hold on. Yo,
imagine you get a girl. She's like, I don't give a head. Like,
I gotta take a breather, man, because I don't want to go knock somebody else today now.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. And you get kicked out of a casino, you're going to jail in there too. Casino, they don't play.
Oh yeah, because they got their own laws. Like they're you know.
Yeah. You're better off getting caught selling drugs in a casino than actually cheating.
Danny, Bitcoin was talking about your sex life since you don't drink or anything.
No, just like people that don't like hang out or party and they're not like really.
All right, we
like whatever, like you know, they're like.
It's
just a little bit different, like.
Esta está como desesperada. Like,
where you going, Tina? You got someplace to be?
Yeah, man. Yo, I don't even know why she's not barefoot right now.
Why would I be barefoot?
Yo, you supposed to be barefoot right now. You know? Yo, you know, we in your car, man.
Yo, just get to driving, nigga. Like...
Yo, make me. I want
to driving.
I want to fight.
Dile, Tina, get to driving or get to stepping.
Yeah, but you know they're looking at Tina because she's looking pretty and all that type of stuff. And you know, and y'all look like a couple. Honestly, you know, you're walking together, you're talking together, got good chemistry. You know, I know in Maryland they got, you know, a little.
They do make a cute couple though. Look at them, right? Mira que lindo.
Yeah, they do.
Damn, what the fight is in the brother zone? Is that right, Tina? He's like your brother?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, good. You know, your sister always gets you another piece of tail. That's the way it works. So.
Oh man. Bitcoin, keep it in
Big Boy got an answer for everything, I tell you.
Shit, I've been practicing.
And he circles it right back. Oh look. Aww.
Yeah, but if you take too much Viagra, that could be a problem too. You walk around with stiffy for like, that's a problem. Like you could that shit is.
You gotta go to the hospital, right?
Nigga, you're gonna catch a heart attack.
Not me, but I mean,
Oh,
you better have a belt. I don't wear belts, so but
Belt?
Viagra, you got to strap that shit to the belt and cut the circulation off that Jimmy.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Stop the blood flow. Wow, that's scary. I don't think it's worth it then.
no, I mean you got to know it's got to be worth it, right? Like if his wife, let's say if it's wifey, right? And let's say I'm tired, I just left, and I'm like, damn, I don't got the energy for her right now. You know, wifey's not really gonna give me the head that the side chick, or let's just say, not that I cheat, but she's not gonna give me that. So then I gotta make sure I go home. I want her to be cooking breakfast in the morning. If I have regular sex with her, she's not gonna be cooking breakfast in the morning. But if I take a pill, she's gonna be cooking breakfast in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
So Big One's like, I want to eat in the morning. So I'm gonna hit her off right.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm thinking about her.
Okay. So Tina's sleepy. Tina's still early though.
Yo, she cold, drunk, hungry, tired. Like what, nigga?
What
Nigga,
deal?
pregnant? Like what the fuck?
My sister, I miss my kids.
Which one is?
I barely go out. Okay.
We're supposed to say that, Big
Which one is my
Boy.
soda? This one?
I'm like, yo.
No.
Like
Oh,
now
the blood
I
out?
gotta swap. Listen, now I gotta swap spit with her.
Oh shit! Let's keep it on camera.
Yo, y'all look like a whole. Like,
I ain't going to.
yo, y'all look. Yo, with the laptop, y'all look like straight up scammers, like some credit card scammers.
Who? Tina and the fighter?
Not Xena's the one that looked like a fucking African, East African and shit. They're the one that fucking Muhammad ass nigga. Muhammad. All right, so where we going?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, what? ¿Qué pasó?
Chill, bro. Damn.
Yo, that don't even sound right. He's and you like chill.
Damn.
What's going on, people?
Yo, you win money. You should like get like go on Craigslist, going back and get like a stripper, and then have fun. You know, you got like you know.
I'm
I
good.
don't think Fighter wants to pay for that.
Nah.
Why
Pay for pussy when it's free?
Yeah.
No.
Por favor.
Yo, niggas is these motherfuckers at casino got some fucking nerve, man.
Laugh.
You still thinking about that? Don't think
Like,
about that.
I don't know, man. I'm not the fucking GPS, man. Yo, I'm gonna fuck one of y'all Virginia motherfuckers up, man. Y'all keep playing with me.
Yo, Tina, tate quieto, because you're making him like you gotta relax, like you know, like have a good time.
Yo, I'm
Tina,
off that hen rock, man. I'm not playing right now.
Turn the light on in the car at least.
just have another drink, Tina. That's it. Be good.
Okay, cool.
No. I told her to drink water.
He said, "You know what I like about what makes sex bad with a man when he comes in less than 1 minute. Fighter, take me home."
Less than 1 minute. I ain't gonna lie, I've been there.
Really, Bitcoin?
I mean, yeah, in like the early days, like not anymore, but in the early days, it was happening. That's when you get too excited, like when you don't drink alcohol. You don't do
Let me ask you this, right? So, 'cause I know men treat certain women differently when they're about to
That's my wallet too.
get together. I mean, how much effort do you put into getting the woman aroused before you have sex with her? Because some men just want to hit it, right?
Nah, you gotta, put your hands on her, you know. You
So it
gotta
doesn't
warm
matter
it up.
if the woman
You gotta
do the
warm it
same
up like
thing?
an old Chevy truck. You know what I mean?
So you do the same thing all the time?
Not all
Every
the time.
week?
Sometimes you jump right into it.
Can't take too long either, too, though.
But why don't you just jump right into it? That's just, you know. you called her up, blah blah blah. You know you was gonna get some, so you're just gonna.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe I got a little tension, and then when y'all see each other, it's like ripping your clothes off each other type shit. You know?
I mean, I like quickies. I like 10, 15, 20 minutes of sex. I don't like having sex.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That usually be the best sex.
Yeah. It's gotta be
quickies. They be like they be the best because they be like passionate and quick. You know what I mean?
like who has sex for like an hour? Like how do you like?
By that time, you're not even interested anymore. Hello, April Showers. How you doing?
What are you doing for an hour? Like you're just sitting in the pussy, just sitting there, resting, going to sleep?
No, you're beating it the hell up. That's what it is, and then we're not gonna want to do anything.
I actually want to make a right. I don't even have it.
If she don't come, I don't like it. Okay, so J-Mog, you got to make sure that she does first. Do you do that with your mouth, with your hands, with your member? How do you make sure that she gets there first?
Bro, yo, relax, man. You're the drunk one here, okay?
Los dos son como uno casado. Dos viejitos casados.
Yeah, if I was married to her, she'd be dead.
That's why I don't date a Puerto Rican woman. I can't date my own people. Like, somebody got to go.
Oh, man.
word, Bitcoin.
And then I said, let me date a Dominican girl. I was like, oh, man, Jesus Christ. It was
Exene about to get
Simpson.
Nah, shout out to all you.
Nah.
Okay,
that joint nice, though. Look.
What up, Jay?
Oh, that's the place? MGM.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay.
Look, they have the BET sport events and shit. Like they got BET events here and all that. Okay. Look.
Popping, MGM. That's the shit.
All right, so what I'm doing?
So they be having concerts and stuff in there. Okay.
Right here?
No.
Okay. I'll take that little loop right there. We about to meet up
with Candace. All right, so this might be a short stream because we don't got anything to talk about. We're watching Fighter and Tina argue and fight, so I think we are acting together.
They're not arguing.
Longer than they told us.
It's all right. Relax, bro. Just relax.
You missed the turn.
Okay. The world ended. Oh my God. Like, relax.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what it is? When you go to a casino, if you don't gamble, it's like if it was like dancing, like if like Tina was probably dancing, like it wasn't like a club, she'd probably be like, you know, little bachatas.
Okay, just stop. We're gonna take the first exit. That's how.
If anybody gambles, they know. Don't ever bring your girl.
They kept going back.
It's too late. It's too late now. Why are you talking? Like it's too late.
Why am I talking? You got back on the highway. Like,
all right. It takes.
Now.
Okay.
All right.
Bro, this is like dealing with drunk women, bro.
I'm not even drunk.
Yeah, Tina, I never seen this side of you. I never seen this side of you. How many hands you had? One?
Let me take the first exit. Look. Shit. The world isn't over.
So the question is, Christina, when you going live? We haven't seen you. Everybody's trying to like.
When am I going live? I don't know.
Like, geez, at least do it one time. You know you're gonna get some cash app. Everybody's waiting for you. There should be like
people
a guarantee.
Don't be cash apping me no more.
Nigga, because you don't even
like
put
one
lives.
person that always cash apps me, but I don't be getting cash apps. People got like stingy.
Well, listen, but you know what? You're building your character value because you're not on. You fight it too. You guys are not on as much. So now when you go on, people's like, yo.
Yeah, they're gonna miss you. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So you're building that character value. Like it's like.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not around so much. Miss me. But
Right here. See, look, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Oh no, Blood Moon. No, he's not. I don't think he's sleeping. He's still upset about that Tina.
Man, I'm gonna be up. Man, I might go live later. Deacon.
Listen, you will find some stragglers. You believe me, you gonna have fun. Just bear with him. Bear with it.
Listen, man, I don't want any genital warts. Okay, so I'm staying
Tina says she's clean. She's clean.
About me.
Oh man.
I think it's because he's a little drunk, Blumwell. I don't think he's sleepy. I think he's a little drunk, so he's trying to focus on the road.
Fatty, you look aggravated. Somebody rubbed you the wrong way. You look like.
Nah, nigga. I'm just nigga right now, bro. I'm up right. I'm raping the casino right now, man.
Shit.
But just
Bernard.
I feel like everybody was getting mad at me, the people at the table, the dealers, like.
You know what? I don't think blackjack. Play
Wait, you missing?
baccarat with the Chinese people. They don't get
Is
mad
that
at you.
one?
Yeah.
I don't understand how they can get mad at you while you're
No,
in.
They get mad at you. I see fights break out. Chips
They're
everywhere.
getting him. They're trying to get him to spend that money so they can win it back. So why would they be upset? So I guess it's not the dealer. It's just the people.
Because you're playing the dealer and you got 6 players playing blackjack.
Yo, but this shit's like retarded. Like a one way.
Every card you take, it can mess up that can mess up the whole table. So if I say hit me and I take a card, it can mess up 4 other people's hands.
But I could look.
No, that's it to the.
And he has the option to do it.
Okay, just listen.
Yo, it's the other way.
All
No,
right.
this is unbelievable. What you guys are arguing.
So nigga, it's not over here. It's the other way.
All right, just you're not helping. You're not helping right now.
You're not paying attention. It's the other way. Yo.
Hold on. Yeah. Oh my god.
He has brother and sister. That's how I'm getting brother and sister vibes.
Don't want to listen. I'm gonna tell you.
Listen,
Listen
man.
this way. You don't want to listen.
Oh, that's right. Men don't like to take directions from women.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, drunk women. I don't.
I'm not drunk. I already sobered up.
That's why I'm driving.
Oh, you driving Tina's car?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Tina, tú no puedes hablar.
Oh, left.
Bro, I gotta do all that all over again.
Yes, that's what you're gonna have to go all the way back around. Go that way. Never mind.
This one?
Who you heard it from, Blood Moon Tina?
Yo, Blood Moon is a hater, man.
Consistent.
She always mad. Yo, she needs to get bad. Like somebody fuck her, please.
I'm dying to.
Anybody.
I'm gonna meet him when we come in here. If you show up and never shows up, she'll feel safe. Like I'm not gonna kidnap her or whatever. So we'll work that out.
Yo, I was about to say some regular shit. I'm not even gonna
Oh,
say.
Tina, no.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say some regular shit about Blood Moon, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You said it last night, Fighter. I was like, I'm gonna tell.
No. I was about to say some ill shit, but I'm walking like a yo.
Ah, okay.
I know. I'm waiting for the car to go by. Relax,
Moisa,
passenger.
Tina, Moisa, he's feeling soulmate vibes. ¿Qué tú crees?
Right here, right? Self-part.
In the air.
No, it's not this one. It's on the other side.
No, I think when Tina's drunk, Eileen, she be looking sleepy. I think she's fine. She's just a little.
Yeah, I get
sleepy.
sleepy.
Yeah.
Sleepy, more like easy.
What? Wow.
Man. Oh, nigga. Oh, so niggas can crack jokes all day, but the minute I crack a joke.
Yeah, good thing you like talking about me, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. El pendejo.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. That's why like niggas be like, nigga, I came here with my money. You can get mad at me how I'm playing, bitch. Suck my dick. Right, suck my dick.
So that could have went really bad had you not focused on making that money.
Yeah,
you're not. Listen. I'm not letting some. Yeah, right here. This one. Okay.
I mean, it's drunk, Moist, like a drunk person.
Word to A thing. I'm talking my shit, man. I ain't gonna let one of these niggas that can't beat me talk shit to me or talk crazy to me.
Yeah, but yo, that game Blackjack, switch your game. That game is not the best game. Look it up when you get a chance on YouTube and look up the best mathematical game for the player, for us, for you. And you'll see Blackjack is the worst. And then there's problems.
I don't
Because he made money.
play anything else.
Well, yeah,
He made money though.
You get
I'm making money.
No, keep
Yeah, I tripled up. So it's like
take that and try and go to Baccarat. Go play a couple hands of $10 Baccarat.
Bro, which one is Baccarat? The one you be playing?
Yeah, you'll find it in there. Just be like, "Where's Baccarat?" They'll show you. And just bet like
It spits the cards out, right? Is that how you do it?
There's no listen. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So it's not, no hit me. No, it's no hit me. That's the problem because he's winning, and somebody else is losing because he's taking the card, so they get inside of him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're betting maybe more money, or he might be betting 50 or 20 or 30. And
P4 roll 8. Take a picture of that.
they get tight. That's what happens.
Yeah, you about to throw up?
No.
Oh my god.
Damn. Like, what the fuck?
That's the worst.
Hold me up.
Well, I'm not.
Yo, Moy said it's sunny. Yeah, because all those lights, it'd be pitch black, but those casino lights and shit like daytime.
Wait a minute, so you guys went back to the casino?
Yeah, I'm about to, man, I'm raping these niggas.
Oh.
Yo.
I'm gonna meet up with Candace. He can go do what he want to do.
Oh, you dropping him off. Oh my god.
You said what?
She's dropping you off?
No. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay, yeah, okay. You guys
so I'm
hang
gonna meet
together.
up with
Okay.
Candace and he can play his blackjack.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they got the drinks, right? Drinks are free at Maryland Life?
Yeah, but they being stingy. We had to go to the bar.
Yeah.
How they being stingy?
Like, cause they're not really like walking around handing out drinks. Like, you know, you gotta go.
You gotta get the double cup. Gotta tell them, let me get 3. And they're like, oh, there's another person. Oh, they're coming from the bathroom. So we gotta tell them.
Yo, just drink more soda, please.
Why?
102.
Bro, like I'm telling you, like you're just like disorientated. Like
no.
Like yo, listen. Let me tell you like this.
I
like,
am not
listen,
drunk.
let me tell you something. If I was
Damn, that's what I used to sound like. I used to argue with my ex.
If I was a predator,
I am not drunk.
If I was a predator, she's an easy target.
I am not drunk.
You're not paying attention?
Bro, like just clip her ass, she's gonna fall, like just drag her to the car. Like
no, bro. I was feeling the alcohol like 30 minutes ago, but now that I ate, I drank a little bit, I'm not drunk. If you can't tell a difference between now and like 30 minutes ago,
all right, listen, if somebody offers to give you a ride home, do not take it, okay?
Wow.
I'm not drunk.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. If this is the last time that y'all see Xtina, it was not me. It was not me.
Oh, don't say that, fighter. Please don't say that.
What you mean?
You're not drunk.
Yo, there's wolves out here, man. Some niggas haven't gotten any sex in a minute.
And yo, Maryland, honestly, Maryland, DC's bad too. DC's bad.
Maryland is
of
bad,
course,
isn't it?
bro. Of course,
DC's bad, bro.
They cleaned DC up. I think Maryland is what's bad now.
Nah, DC's
it's still bad.
DC's hood. Right
yeah, DC's kind of rough. Nah,
them game is real out there. Honestly, like they'll grab a girl like Tina, like Tina's smart, but like if it was less gullible, believe me, they'll grab your ass. You'll be in a room on an E-pill somewhere rolling. You want up on Kennington Avenue in Philly by tomorrow.
Yo, let me tell you something. Morena, like DC is.
I mean, I've been to DC. That was years ago. I thought it got better.
similar to like Kensington on Philly, like in Philly.
Yeah.
DC be on that type time.
Yeah.
I thought they cleaned it up.
Man, listen, you go to a gas station, there's always a police officer there. Every time. Because they know shit go down. Shit get robbed, niggas busting moves there, so.
But you gonna go get Candace. You guys are getting Candace, right? So you probably need a little manita with her to hang out. And then you'd be good. You make your money in blackjack.
Oh, but yeah, I already know.
Somebody gotta keep fighting check though, because if he's gonna go back to that table.
Voy a apuñalar en esta noche.
No. He's back.
I'm just talking shit. I'm not gonna stab nobody, man.
She's like, I was winning until he came back.
Yo, fuck these motherfuckers.
The table, put the camera down, just leave it on.
And I don't know what, like, nigga, don't never trust the dealer. That nigga is not your friend. Okay.
Well, of course not. He works for the
yeah,
casino.
Like he's asking this bitch asked the dealer, like, oh, what you think? What would you do? I'm like, yo, he works here, right? Like, I told the bitch, like, he works here. Right? Like,
I'll be honest with you. My experience with dealers, like, they really don't give a fuck about it. They hate the casino. Like,
yeah. But I tipped the nigga, and I said my boy, and then we everybody lost that hand, and then he said, oh, his boy, and right, she make a little funny comments, right? So then the next round, nigga, I hit for 100, and I said my boy. like they just like, it's like little sneaky shit, bro. Like, I be saying shit like, yeah, where your husband at so I can beat his ass? Like, I be talking crazy. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, fighter wants to leave there in handcuffs. Win your money.
Nah. I'm too reserved for that. I'm too reserved.
Okay.
I just talk
Very
crazy.
good. Very
Yo soy
good.
pendejo. Yo soy miedoso. Yo,
While you making money, hell yeah. Don't let nobody mess
oh yeah.
up.
Now we gonna. I'm about to go back and rape these niggas again.
Yeah, you won't see a lot of fights at casinos because people don't want to get kicked out the trap. If you're a real
Yeah.
gambler, you don't really want to fight at the casino, like, because then you can't go back.
Well, they'll keep you from making money, right? That's what. That's
Yeah, like
what
if you
they're
like
do.
me, I'll do verbal jujitsu unless somebody tries to hit me or I see it's like crazy or something.
Verbal
All
jujitsu.
right. All right. So listen, man. We out of here.
All right, guys.
My phone. I need my phone with a little juice.
Okay,
Yo,
portas bien.
Tina, make a live. Come on, real quick. Put
Tina,
us on the
pórtate bien.
Yeah, we'll go with you while he's at the table.
Nah, I can't.
She's with her friends. She's not gonna go live.
Shh, we want to see Candace.
Oh,
Well,
join the panel, Tina. When you get the candies. Yeah. All right, guys. Be safe. Be good. Have a good time. Oh wow. Yeah, talking about.
See, look. Even Sundown says, "I'm not drunk" is what a drunk person would
yes,
say.
I know drunk people say that, but I'm not right now. I'm literally drunk right now. You can't tell the difference how I'm talking.
Yeah, it's worth it. I thought you had that already. What do you mean purchase the streamer? You can have 6 people without paying for it, right there? Oh, you gotta put the StreamYard. Oh no. You gotta get that first. The
Yo,
streamer.
Morena, don't dump the stream yet. Wait, somebody will come up.
No, he's asking about the StreamYard.
Yeah, so you wanna go?
I'm waiting on you.
All right.
But doesn't that take time, guys? When you do the StreamYard, you gotta wait 24 hours.
Usually I have a channel. I don't even know how to fucking work.
I think that's how it works, right? When you
What?
purchase the StreamYard, you gotta wait 24 hours.
I don't think so. I think immediately.
It's right away. Oh, okay.
I think yeah. You remember you did it? Remember?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember that. You asked him like, "Oh, how you do that?" You did it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You did
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it's worth it. J Mog, it is worth it.
Yeah, because then you get to go live more often. Oh yeah, I gotta put this laptop somewhere else. Take this shit. Yo, look at Extenda. Yo, she made a mess on this shit. Well, this is your call, so I don't care.
You know how men are with their shit.
You're the one that got cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Oh, they arguing over it. All right, come on, let's go. Let's get this money.
Make that money.
Yeah, take us with you. Put us in the pocket. Want to see the front of the casino?
Yo, that's the one thing. Like, if you, now I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say, if you out, like you gotta be able to handle your liquor. But recently, like yo, I was hanging out with somebody in Brooklyn. I was drinking all night, yo.
Didn't you say you was gonna stop drinking or slow down, fight it? Didn't you say something like that?
That I said like if you're gonna
gonna
go
slow
out,
down or
like,
stop or something?
You said what?
Didn't you say you was gonna slow down or stop or something?
Hold on, it's mad loud out here.
Well, you said if somebody's fighting, right?
Yeah, it is cold. It's cold.
Okay. I forgot it's still spring for you guys because it's almost 90 degrees here. I think it went up to 80 degrees here. Oh well, fighter's gone. All right, Bitcoin. So you're rather quiet today. You're not amped, I guess, because you're just chilling, which is okay.
Who's here? Yo, Jay, come up. Aleem. We got here.
Jay's gonna go. He's gonna do his. He's gonna pay for it so that he can go.
What, you don't want to? You want to end it?
We're not talking about nothing.
Bro, let's
We've been on an hour.
You give him a minute. People will come. Damn, I'm not. It's not enough. You haven't seen me in a minute.
Yeah. So since I got you here, Bitcoin, because I can't get anybody else. I think you saw my last stream when I was talking about hip hop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you heard how I was saying that it was a collective, right? That hip hop was not created just by African Americans.
I mean, you know how I feel like freestyle music was original hip hop. Like, if somebody could show me different, like one of the at least first, like like the beats, like that was hip hop. It was called freestyle for a reason, but
But
I mean,
hip hop is a culture. It's not just
it's definitely a culture.
right. So Big Herc. Ooh, let's see. Let's see who is that.
Smoothie, come up for a minute. Blood Moon, you gonna come up? You said you missed me.
Movie for a fact is not coming up. Blood Moon. It depends on how long she
Well,
really
Radical's
wants
mother's here. That means Radical Latino is right behind her. So
to. Let's see.
yo, Jay, pop up, pull up, pull up.
It does King Shenard, but God forbid you say a Cuban wasn't had anything to do with it. Yeah, we're up really late. We're bored. We're up really late.
When everything is good, how's everything with you though?
Not too bad. I'm glad to be off. I had off today, for the holiday and stuff, and
Yeah,
everything is good. Everything's getting better,
I
actually,
haven't
huh?
seen anybody really on the lives too much, like on this side of town.
Nobody's doing it, so I've been going live lately because Fighter and Cena have not been going on at all. So I go on super late just to, not
It's the best time.
right when people are looking for something to do. What he said, he disapproved of what?
Listen, when Tariq Nasheed builds the museum he's supposed to build and gives all his own people back the money, then he can get his credibility back. Till then,
That's not happening. That school's not happening either. That the other one is supposed to be building for the past decade. So ahí no está pasando nada. So who asked for the?
Big Hurt, yeah, that guy. I don't even know who that is.
Oh yeah, he never came up.
Everything's good. Easter Sunday,
So do you celebrate the holiday?
Yeah. What am I?
Good Friday today too. You celebrate it today?
She likes to get the confetti. She throws it around. Easter egg hunt. It's like a big thing.
Okay, cool.
She likes to make a thing out of it. So we definitely do. Bitcoin does go to church.
You go to church too?
And I don't burn when I walk in.
You didn't do like Al Pacino did when he walked in the church and I forgot the name of that movie. He stuck his hand in the holy water.
Just start boring.
Oh man, what I said about hip hop, I said it was a collective. Oh, are you asking? No, I said it was a collective. King Moist, that it was West Indians, Puerto Ricans, and African Americans. But I was told no, it's African Americans only. It's there.
Well, I'll give you a topic. I was on this Mayor Sasua's page, and he was trying to say like how he started. I've been trolling him for a minute, like just busting his chops, fucking really getting him. He was talking shit like how he said like Tina was on his dick and blah blah blah, and he started everybody off and all this, and I'm like, well, who started you off? I mean, isn't Miko who started you off? I mean,
man.
So I was going at it with them. They made it a race thing like they always usually do, and that's the way it went. They couldn't just stay on topic or whatever. It's like Gestapo over there. So went a little crazy, pretty much. Yep. And that was that. And I'm blocked now. I can't go over there and block.
So now you're bored?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bored.
Going hard over there.
I'm blocked me or whatever the hell. And right now they beefing with each other. It's crazy how like you say one thing and then they beefing with. It's just wild over there.
Yeah, the beefing part is the part that sucks to me. Like, I don't know. Like, you could troll and have fun, but some people troll and they're malicious. Like, and I'm like, why do you have to do that?
Somebody that just do most hated blogger or whatever. I'm sure everybody's watching that shit too. Like they trying to dox them and they be somebody get their ass kicked. Something bad can happen. Calling people's jobs and.
It appears that something bad is going to happen because somebody's going to take that super personal, especially if you start messing with how people eat, they're going to take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
So, you mess with somebody's job and they lose their job over some YouTube crap, like this is just YouTube.
They just put a strip club in DR. They put a strip club. What was it? That was a topic too. What was a strip club? It's in New York. It's in DR since it's sewer. It's a strip club.
Oh, I think Mundo covered that. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, whatever. So,
that's old, Moise. That's old. But well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's cool. The doxing. I don't think that
Yeah, it's not.
messing with people's jobs, but nobody
Also, too,
can.
like they don't even like look, they be trying to. They kicked me out. Like I didn't even come out like that, but then I started just super trolling. Like they came on the race. Then it became a race issue. And they're like, oh, fuck, I'm like, yo, you're in Dominican Republic, and isn't your baby mother Dominican? So how are you talking
Oh
shit
wow.
about like he really be hating on the people. He's there because that's all he can afford. To be honest. What's up, Jay?
Mm.
But
Hey
Jay
Jaden.
be on it. Jay be watching the streams, right? Jay, you be on them.
yeah, sometimes I lurk in the bushes on the streams.
They be trying to beat my ass, right?
Yeah, I ain't really
Fuck.
seen none of his streams lately, but I don't like when that shit gets racial. It just annoys me. Actually,
Unnecessary, right?
no, I don't like. Sometimes it's funny when people troll to a certain extent, but like I was explaining to somebody, like when you start to say like when some of the thoughts make it out your mouth that be like you should just repress when you be saying some ill shit. I'd
Mm-hmm.
be like, man, like that just shows your character. We all think ill, crazy shit, and sometimes we say something, but like if you consistently say some vile, dark shit, even if you say you didn't mean it at the time, like, dude, it made it out your mouth several times.
Yeah. No, he be talking crazy shit about Spanish people, like crazy. I'm like, yo, you're in Dominican Republic. How are you talking like that?
Oh man.
Like crazy to the point like it's like I'm like, how do you even say shit like this? And then like he'll turn and try to make it a, and then he hates Christians. How does anybody hate Christians? Like how do you
I don't get down with your religion. I just don't. I don't have to
it's
hate
not
you
even like religious. Just
on
like
it.
you didn't grow up. There's no way you grew up not believing in something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I just believe in aliens, so I don't even be tripping about
Bueno.
just
So
waiting
how
for
are
them
you
to come.
doing, Morgenheim? What's up with you? What's going on? What's good?
Just wrapping up at work, thinking about going home. I've been setting my studio up so I can start going live like consistently and like my biggest thing is like I can get a lot of ideas and video ideas, but then I don't have time to edit or whatever. So I want to do some
Mm-hmm.
reaction type stuff and some live, like
Right.
good looking lives where I'm maximizing the use of the StreamYard and you know what I mean, like sharing screens and having topics. So when I'm done cutting a good
Mm-hmm.
live, I don't got to edit it and it's perfect. So I
Oh,
want to
okay.
start. So that's why I want to buy it because I want to be able to. Like I want to make an intro and then you can load your intro into the StreamYard so you can just hit it with one button.
Yeah, that's what I want you to help me do. That's exactly what I want you to help me do.
And
But
and then put the logo in the corner the right way. You could change some of the backgrounds and just, I've been playing with the cheap version, but I'm gonna try the month to month thing.
Yeah, so I'm not utilizing my StreamYard, huh? And I'm paying for this shit every month. I don't even know how much it does, to be honest with you.
I think like you can get like the reoccurring, like the automatic billing shit where it's
That's what I
cheaper.
have.
Otherwise, yeah, I was gonna do that, but I'm like, I want to just do the month to month right now because I know that I'm gonna be on vacation. I know I ain't gonna be doing nothing when I'm on vacation in a couple weeks, so
You going
I
back
might.
India?
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bueno.
That's it. That's been my only vacation destination since 2018.
Oh, really? Well, so
Mm-hmm.
Colombia is not enticing like everybody else is going to DR, and then if they don't go to DR, they go to
No,
Colombia or Brazil.
yeah, I don't really be traveling for them same purposes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, depending which, yeah, but I be more so like to see shit. Even when I first went to DR, I was like real naive about how DR rocked. And I look back at some of my old videos, I'm like, bro, I was tripping. I was, green.
Okay. So you have a girlfriend down there or wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Now
no,
I
yo,
don't know.
Jay, you be going down there a lot. You well seasoned.
Yeah.
He says he has a significant other there.
Yeah, I've had
Well,
my years of fun.
whose wig you want to split? Big Herc. 916. Go to 51.
Wig splitting.
Boys, you still talking about that?
Sounds violent.
Mm-hmm. Well, people, you guys not talking about nothing.
Well, then you have a very short attention span. Like you got to be
I
entertained all
do.
the
I
time.
do. I
You need to
do.
get yourself a bullet if that's the case.
That's not going to slow me down. That only resolves one issue. Oh my
But let's
god.
talk about you. You don't got no significant other. You don't have anybody with your eye on.
At the moment, no, not at the moment.
You say you never want to get married at this point in your life.
Married now, no. I just want companionship, but I don't want him to live with me or anything like that.
I guess that's what. Yeah. Why you don't want to? How can you have your companionship if you don't live? If you don't live together,
We
you
we got
like Martin and Gina.
no, not like that. No, it's just I'm older now. I'm set in my ways. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to have somebody share my space.
Ah.
Yeah.
So like, let's say you found somebody and y'all was really vibing out, but you would just be like in the same city, and I come over your house, you come over mine, and you just go over his
Mm-hmm.
house, or
Mm-hmm. I mean, things can happen. Maybe I will feel comfortable enough, but right now I'm like, nah.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
people like that. My cousin,
Mm-hmm.
he his parents, like all my life they've been together.
Right.
Like all my life, like all his, I've never known them not to be together. Well, now they actually, his dad passed away, but all like until, I don't know, probably until I was like deep in my 20s, they
Mm-hmm.
always lived separately. She had her own place, but she never was there. Like we used to hang out at the crib because it was always empty because she was always with, his pops. But I used to always wonder, like, how do they live? That they was married,
Mm-hmm.
they like, but they always lived apart. And I was like, how is it? She always was at his house probably 90% of the time. Like she might have came to her own place.
it's crazy.
I don't even know why they even rented it or however they had the place. Like we took advantage because in the summertime they keep the electricity on in the house, and we used to like turn it to the clubhouse because his mom never was there. It was
Mm-hmm.
always at his dad's house, but they made it work. I know another couple that's like that too, like or even if like they was married for years and then they got divorced for like 15 years, then they got remarried and was together forever. But
So
at the second time when they got remarried, they still never lived together, but they was always in one of their houses. Maybe just the option, like it gave
they
you
realize
the,
that they want to be together but not live together, so that kind of makes sense.
but they kind of live together though. Like if you say you did like a pie chart of the time they're together, they'd be together 90% of the time, or 95. They always slept in the same house, but she always had her own. I don't know if that was just the option.
Yes, I think it's the option of knowing that you don't have to stay there, knowing that it's not permanent, but you could leave at any time. Maybe that's what made it work. So they were able to, I guess, not get into the bullshit. I guess.
Okay, what about this? I thought about this for an analogy about like marriage, because you always got people say, "Oh, he won't marry me," or like force people into ultimatums. Like we've been
Mm-hmm.
together for 10 years. They even happened to me. Like I was like, with somebody for a long time. We didn't get married, but like we was together, and I had to tell her. I said, "Well, think about it. We are with each other because we choose to be. There
Right.
are married people that we know that don't like being with each other, but they stay together because they married, and it's too hard to get divorced. They got kids, or they don't want to go through the legal processes or all that.
Mm-hmm.
Me
Mm-hmm.
and you are together with the option to leave at any time we want, but we stay together. So I think our bond is stronger than a marriage bond. She wasn't feeling that. She didn't like that.
Okay, but if you guys were together for a long time, I think if the goal is to get married, you shouldn't wait more than 5 years. I don't even think you should wait 5 years. By year two, you guys should be talking about it already.
But if it wasn't broke, why are we trying to like?
Well, it
It
wasn't
was
right, and then I guess somebody must have been in her ear because that happens. Oh my God, you've been with him 8 years, blah blah. You're still not married, and is he gonna marry you, whatever? So then I guess that's when she starts putting the pressure on the guy or put it on you.
yeah, but it's like her dumbass friends that was married with problems was telling you that. So I'm like, check your sources. Like we don't have their problems, so why are you taking their advice? You know what I mean? Or, I don't know.
For me, I always thought marriage was just for women, right? It's just the dress and the
Why?
reception
The
and
the
you know.
ceremony.
Yes, not so much because you get married before that. You have to go to justice to get your marriage license and all that. By that point, you're already married. You're just getting married,
Yeah.
with a priest or whatever or a minister.
And and me, like, I mean, I did a lot of like the wedding videos and photography. I've been to so many weddings, like
Yeah.
to the point where I was weddinged out. So that was one of the reasons I really wasn't tripping on it because I'm like, I've been to 5, 7 weddings a year
But if you're doing the video
working.
photography, you're working. I mean,
No,
you're
they
Hmm.
the bigger the wedding,
yep.
the more problems they're gonna have because they
And
gotta
doing
pay that
all
money
that
back.
too, I always saw all the behind the scenes stress of the most stressful day of most people's relationship before they
Mhm.
get, when they get, it'd be the wedding. It'd be like that time up to the wedding
Yeah.
Mhm.
and some of the shit that comes after it, including the bill. If somebody didn't have no parents that paid for them, I've always seen people like have issue about, now we did a $30,000 wedding or whatever. Like when my sister got married, she got divorced now, but her
Oh,
husband bought her a $17,000 wedding ring.
no.
Sure, it's at a
You
point
know what
that
I'm saying?
And how long did they stay married?
Um, they was married for like, yeah, 8 years. I wouldn't want to say.
people
Oh,
are selfish. You know, it is like marriage is a union. It's about your children. It's about your legacy. Problem is, our young generation is so undecisive. They don't know what underwears they want to wear in the morning, let alone the car they want to drive. So they literally, and with all the social media going on, it just there's no more loyalty. It's not about you no more. Oh, my happiness, no. It's not. Marriage is not about happiness. Marriage is about your kids' happiness. It's not
so let
about
me
your
ask you
happiness.
this:
It's
Do
not
you
about
guys
you
think you should
you
live
being happy.
together? Do you think you guys should live together before you get married
I
for
mean,
a
I
certain
think,
amount of time?
I think so. I would think you should try before you buy anything.
Oh wow, I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean? Like not like, but you know what I mean? I'm saying, as far as like, say you be with somebody you don't really know a person till you live with them, till you
True,
can't get away from them.
true. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Do you
what.
think you should live with them first because you don't want to
Yeah, I mean, I did.
wait
I
for a couple
don't
of
have
years?
no.
it's too much trial and error. I mean,
Yeah.
love is a gamble. At the end of the day, you don't
Oh,
know
so
if it's gonna
Bitcoin's in
work. It's
it
like
for
going to
love,
the.
right?
I'm just saying it's an analogy. It's like going to the casino. You don't know if you're gonna win. You don't know if you're gonna lose. I mean, love is the same way. You don't know. You
True.
don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes in being a relationship, you got the reins. You're in power. You know when you got the power, and then you let it go, and you chilling. All of a sudden, the bitch comes out of nowhere and she goes, "I've got my rights." And you're like, "Whoa, wait a minute." You know what I mean? Like the power struggle changes. So
But when
it's
does it
like
get to that point? When does it get to that point? Like
I
with
could tell you
wife?
what, my homies that get married in jail or by the justice of peace,
Oh my
or
god.
when I see two
Mhm.
crackheads walking down the street in the Bronx and they're drinking a fucking St. Ives, I get jealous. I'm envious because they don't
They're
they don't
happy.
they're happy. They're smoking their crack rock. They don't care.
Oh
They love each
my god.
other, whether their fucking ass smells or their breath smells. They don't give a fuck.
Lord,
And I
that's
think that's true love.
disgusting. Well, so what do you think messes it up then? So what messes it up?
What messes it up is your mother in your ear, your dad in your ear, your brother in your ear, your girlfriend who's miserable.
Other
Um,
people's
It's
expectations.
other people. You know what I mean? Divorce parties, like people having divorce parties. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Like, you know what I mean?
And I
You
Like,
a
definitely
sick
believe
counselor?
like you can have companionship without being married to somebody too. Like I've known some of the happiest couples wasn't married.
yeah, I really believe that too. I mean, you remember that girl in elementary school, if I call it, like that was the one. It might have been middle school, and it was elementary school love. It wasn't about money. You were broke, maybe you didn't have much money, or whatever it might have case that be. You weren't the best shape or your life or position. But after that, your first questions they ask you when you go to dinner with a girl nowadays, after 20 or 18, it's like, what do you do for a living? You realize that you're gonna you talk to a girl, they're like, what do you do for a living?
But
Where
that's
do you live?
asked,
What
right?
car do you
Casually.
drive? Like
Well, I
it's
don't know
all
about the
about your
car, but at
materials.
least maybe that's in the city, right? Because if you live someplace else and everybody's forced to drive, you're gonna know they drive. You go out to dinner, so that's part of the small talk,
I mean,
right?
it's rightfully so, especially if you have children, because you know what?
Yeah.
Like I understand that you have children, right? I tell you, my baby mother has 3 kids, and mine makes 4. so, like, yeah, you can't expect to we can't eat off love. I get it, I get that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but also I think when you give a woman or a man too much in the beginning, or you try to play like cocky, and then
Yeah.
I think that's men's thing. Like we in the beginning we try to act like hard, too hard, majority,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the end we let it go. Like, oh, she loves it, and then by that time she like she's like now she's got the power.
Boy.
I don't know.
You always say you meet the representative, right? But after at least a couple of months, once you pass a little honeymoon stage when you first meet each other, then you start getting to know the real you. Then you'll know if that's somebody you want to actually deal with exclusively or not. So.
I mean, marriage is the business, like Sundown said. It's true. Marriage is the business.
Once you get to that point, but what would constitute it being a business, right? If
Well, I
you have,
mean, it's a union, meaning you can't get divorced. You're legally binded to that person. You can get alimony. You can get alimony, or you can get paid on somebody else's assets
true.
while you're not with them. And I mean, that looks like you need a lawyer. It looks like you need. To me, this looks like Peter paying Paul. I don't know. You know, it just looks. It is a business. I mean, in a sense, it is.
Man,
People
that
plan weddings.
that cheapens
People
it.
break up at the wedding. They plan a wedding, $100,000 wedding. They plan it. They got a fucking cake. They're fighting. They hate the mother-in-law.
That's crazy.
Man, it's crazy. And it's like,
That's crazy.
And then now they're all in debt. Now they got this. They don't even have a house to live in. They don't even have a house to live in, and they're having a marriage. I mean,
so let me ask you this, Bitcoin. So you say, okay, like they don't get along with the in-laws. Now, how much input or how much input would the in-law have with regards to you guys getting married? Like, let's say the mother can't stand you, for whatever
it's
reason.
never going to work. It's never
even
gonna, if the parents I think a true relationship depends on the family loving you. It's not about really her loving you, because eventually, if you're trying to drag her away from her family or vice versa, that can only work for so long. So a real union, that's why it's a union. A union is more than two. A union is not, it's a plumbing terminology, but it's also a real life, acronym as well. Like, it's a union. It's
every
like
relationship.
The village raises a kid, like that whole saying, like the village raises a child type thing.
The family supports the wedding or the marriage is only as strong as the foundation between you and the other people's family. You think?
Right.
See, I never cared what anybody thought. Like,
me neither. But every relationship I've been in, like serious relationship, or even every one, I'm still cool with all their family to this day. I have no serious relationship that I've been out of that. Like, even the chick I used to date in high school, we just dated for a summer, but I got cool with her mom. And like, even to this day, her mom will still hit me on the Facebook, or still, if I'm driving down the street. No, it ain't like that with her mom, but and her father, or like even relationships I've had in DR, like I'm still cool with abuelas and all that. You know what I mean? To this day.
Oh, so you were just a nice guy.
I mean, I agree with that in one sense. In one sense, I don't, because if you don't close the door, and you can never really open up another one freshly for a good opportunity for that next person. So it's like, now the wedding comes. Now you're inviting this lady. Okay, who's this? How many grandmothers you got?
Oh no, I ain't inviting all them. I'm not. I know
what I'm saying. I'm not saying you, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
I know
that. When you break up, right? You breaking up with the family too, like, right?
That was my last long-term relationship. Like, I miss her mother more than, because we used to have like some good ass conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go over there, you'd be around people's family all the time, and like we even, they know the daughter was the problem in the long run, but they'll even say, like, that was on her, but that ain't got nothing to do with. I guess it depends why you broke up or whatever, but like,
also,
I'm still cool with them to this day.
The mother loves you a lot, and you're successful already, and she's gravitating towards you because you're successful. Let's just say, because a lot of mothers would do that, because they want their daughter to be, well off, taken care of.
Yeah, but sometimes the mom is not going to know what's best, just because that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want my mother to have so much input into my relationship, like, to determine she would sway my decision. Like, unless there's something obviously there's some red flags that I don't see, and not just because she's just not feeling him. Because
it's a good point you bring up with the red flags, because like I always say, like, you were born a son or a daughter, so that's your first title God gave you, is to be the best son you could possibly be. Or the best daughter you could possibly be. Then what's your next job? Okay, if God lets you be in the good graces, you become an uncle or a father. So you got to be that, and then you got to be the best uncle you could be, or the best father you can be. So if you look at a daughter and she doesn't have a good relationship with her father, it says a lot. You have to really look into that. And it's vice versa with a son with his mother.
That's true. Like, I even studied that in, like they said, the Oedipus Rex syndrome. You know what I mean? Like. Girls grow up wanting to marry their father, and I don't know incest stuff, but that's the first male figure that they form.
That's what they fall in love with first.
That's their standard. That's their standard. So, and then you got girls that have bad relationships with their father, or don't have a relationship with their father. You can see they always be trying to find that in other men. And they usually make bad decisions. Or
definitely.
That's true.
And guys, they look for the same traits, the same thing that they saw in their mom.
Yeah.
Like for instance, my girlfriend now, like there's some traits about her that I have seen in my own mom. Just even how she's got kids, but I watch how she's a mother to her kids. That made me like
Yeah.
love her even more. Seeing how good of a mother she is, or if it's just little stuff.
Okay, so she has kids already, so then you're okay. That doesn't factor in because you love the kids too, right?
I love the kids too, yeah. And like a long time ago when I was, in my 20s, I used to always, or even in my teens, I used to always say like, whoever I'm with, I want to have our first kids together. And I thought
Right.
that way for a long time. But then one of my best friends, his stepfather changed that whole perception because his stepdad was so cool. And I knew his father too, but his stepdad was like cool as hell, a good dude there. And I remember I was in the 6th grade. I remember thinking to myself, if I applied that same way I'm thinking to their relationship, then this guy's name was Tim. I'm like, Tim, I never would have met Tim. I could, like,
Yeah.
just because somebody's got kids doesn't mean,
But I feel if you're
that
in your 20s,
disqualifies them.
if you're young, you shouldn't try to. If she has kids, you shouldn't try to take on that responsibility when you're still young.
No, it wasn't about that. But I remember I used to think like that. I ain't get it with no girl that got no kids. I don't want nothing, But then as you get older, you realize that that ain't always. That shouldn't be the death sentence. A woman with kids never can have a relationship again.
Don't expect to
no
be
man
number one.
wants
Don't
her.
expect to be number one in her life.
Yeah,
But you
and my
guys keep
father told me
saying
too.
that, though. I mean,
My
you're never
father-
going to be
my-
number one. Whether you're the biological daddy too, you're not going to be number one.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Like you're not even gonna be number two.
Yeah. But my father taught me too. He said, if you when you get with somebody that's got a kid, like you getting with their kids too. That comes as part of the package. So you can't separate yourself from them.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand that was something that was there in place before you came along, and that's part of the package. That's just.
So let me ask you this:
good
what's an
order.
acceptable amount of time before you meet the kids? Because I know some women who will go from relationship to relationship, and their kids are meeting these people. Like, and not that they're doing anything wrong or on purpose, but it's like you should be a little bit more discreet when you are introducing your kids to your significant other. You want to make sure that this relationship is going somewhere, or it's going to be, something exclusive. Like, what's the right time to wait before you meet their kids? You think?
I mean, I met her kids like right off the rip, but
Okay.
But not as like I wasn't introduced as, hi, this is my boyfriend, blah blah blah. I just was introduced to them because we was gonna go out on a date and stay with her kids. So it wasn't like came in, meet the family, meet the kids. But as far as me interacting with them, it was it wasn't on my first trip. But once, I mean, like I said, they live with their kids, so you're going. Just me going over there to pick you up while you're getting dressed, get ready to go out. I'm going to meet the family and meet the kids. So,
okay, so I think culturally that was different. I think that's
that was different.
Yeah,
but I know plenty of women here in America. They won't, they're dating somebody. They won't let them see, especially if they got a son. They won't let their son, like the women, at least I know, they won't let their son meet the new dude.
That was me.
Not for a while because they don't,
Mm-hmm.
One, I think it might be a reflection that they don't want their son to see them bringing a bunch of, not saying that's your situation at all, but I know some that
that's
they
why
didn't want
I didn't
their sons. But my father was the same way. Like I know he was dating women, but he never brought a bunch of women home because he didn't want me to. I don't, like subconsciously, I think about it now. Like he didn't want me to see him around, introduce him to a bunch of women that wasn't important to him.
Because that leaves an impression on you too. And
yes,
also,
it does. It does.
I think that's respect too, because I respected my son, so that was a part of it as well. Like
you say you got to lead by example, right? Your son gets older.
Yeah,
he remembers all the things you did. Now he's like, now you telling him how to live his life, and then he comes out and like, oh mom, you had different guys coming in.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you had.
Imagine that conversation if you do that. Your kid telling you that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's why you want to be a certain way with your kids so that they can respect you and respect how you lived your life and what you exposed them to. Because that's another thing too. What if you expose them to somebody who's negative or toxic or something, and they get traumatized because of it? That was my biggest fear. So I think maybe that's why I'm just comfortable in just seeing someone and not having them in my house.
And two, as a woman, like you don't want to keep introducing, like if you not gonna, if the you don't know the person's gonna be in your life long enough, you don't want to introduce them to a new relationship that a bond that they'll make that'll be broken, as well.
And my biggest fear, J Mog, if the person is like a child molester.
Well, that too, obviously that too, that goes without saying. That that they ain't got no dirt, but
and you never know.
Seems like
never know.
Yeah, you never know.
That was my fear too. So I don't know.
Morena, who's that? Who's that in the picture? Is that you?
No, I downloaded that picture. I don't know why people keep asking. That looks like a real person.
I was like, the fuck?
I like butterflies. She has butterflies.
I was like, you got butterflies?
I like butterflies. I wonder if I could take a picture like that.
Shit, I'm interested. I want to know what Fighter's doing with Tina. What's going on?
Fighter's trying to make his money, and I think Candace is just keeping Tina. Wow, Ruby, I was waiting for you, keeping Tina company.
Okay.
Was they had planned to link up or something? Because
yeah, I think
Fighter that was like a YouTube. We gonna meet one of our YouTube friends type.
No, he said he had something to say or tell people, and I don't know what happened. He started gambling, and then whatever.
I'm saying, as far as how did Fighter and Tina like cross paths?
He said he had business to take care of out there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tina's his business.
Ruby said, should not I find women cooking for you shocking?
Ruby, be nice, Ruby.
Oh man, oh
man, here we go.
That's not cool. So somebody talked. I was on a different stream and they were discussing Cam Newton. Did you hear what he said about women and them not being able to blah blah blah? So J Mark, I know she knows how to cook, so I'm not even gonna ask you that. But if she didn't know how to cook, would that make or break your decision to be with somebody? Like,
no.
How domesticated do they need to be?
No, they don't. Because I mean, like, no, not for me. Now, if she can cook, that helps. That makes a lot. Like for example, when we just came from our last trip in the DR or whatever, and we had a villa, and we had like the cleaning lady, and she cooked for us. But she cooked some food that was so, and I was there with my cousins and stuff. But in the morning, we just had like just a conversation a couple of times first in the DR, but they had never had a good Dominican meal. But they were just like, she cooked so much. They was falling in love with the cleaning lady, just because if you have a woman that can cook so good and just like the domesticated side, like men really appreciate that. So I can say it's not a breaker for me, but it can definitely be a maker for me.
Well, they say it wakes up
to
the stomach, so
yeah, you won't lose a whole lot of points, but you can gain a whole lot. Because I can cook myself, and being single for a long time, you got to learn how to cook for yourself.
Okay.
I hate to wash dishes though.
So how long were you single before you got with this person? Your significant other?
Now I was probably single from 2016 until 2018, 19-ish, 19, I would say.
Okay.
But before that, it was from 2016, from like 2005 to 2016, I was in that relationship.
Oh, okay.
But Aleem said, what if your man can cook? Is that a plus?
I love a man that can cook. And usually what I find out in my experience, men cook better.
My dad taught my mom how to cook. I mean, not everything, but my dad's from Mississippi. My grandma, can cook like my grandma was Big Mama. That was what we call Big Mama. So she had that Southern cooking down, and my dad can cook just like my grandma, So he could cook better than my mom. My mom, mom was a white lady, so she had a whole different cultural cooking. She could cook her things, but it wasn't like eating my dad's food. You know what I mean? It was a whole nother level. So
I don't know. I find that men cook better than women. Some of them, when they know how to cook. My brother's a really good cook. I had an ex-boyfriend that, oh my God, anything he made was like so good. For the most part,
barbecue really good.
I hate barbecue here. It's so hot out here when I don't like barbecue out here.
I think the best cooks are men,
I think so.
majority.
I think so. When they know how to cook, yeah, they're one of the best. Because my father, all he was able to do is fry you some plátanos and a steak, and that was about the most he was able to do. And his plátanos came out perfect. I was like, damn, you perfected that shit, but that's the only thing you know how to make. Oh man. Okay. Marriage, food. Um, damn, should we talk body count? I don't want to talk body count because then
Yeah. What do you think about Jada and Will Smith? I mean, not just a slab. That's older. I'm just as far as her not coming in like.
What up, JoJo?
Man, I feel bad for him. Actually, now I feel bad for him.
For who?
For Will Smith,
Will?
like, just like he's just trying to keep his family together. Jada's being selfish. She's
But see, I don't feel
narcissistic.
bad for him because, like, Lord has said a lot when because I did talk about this already, Bitcoin. But he said he's a willing participant. After a while, you have to take some accountability for your part in the dysfunction.
Yeah.
You know, so and he has money. Why he doesn't just leave her?
I think about that too. I'm like, I don't feel bad for rich ass people, but they still people at the end of the day, and you know, people should still be unhappy regardless.
His
Money don't make
options
you
are,
happy.
huh? That doesn't make you happy, but your options are made easier when you do have money. Like we were just talking about marriage.
When you got that kind of money, like I would like go to some island and clone me somebody and make me too.
But they can pay an attorney to you know.
Also his legacy too. Like it's also his legacy. He's built the legacy of a man who has a family. He's successful, and now he's going to be 50 years old, hanging out with with Pitbull, and maybe he's going to be at the clubs in Miami. You know what I mean? Like
in Hollywood, 50 years old is still young with the kind of money he got. He can get somebody in their 20s. I don't think he would
get anybody he wants.
Exactly. So,
but he wants Jada.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, let her go. Are you kidding me? And publicly, Bitcoin, that must hurt like a mother. Like,
yeah, you seen the pain on his face. Like, you could tell he was hurt.
No matter how much the person loves you, to be publicly humiliated, that hurts.
Yeah, that hurts. That
hurts. And I don't know.
Or
your son's friend. Like, damn.
Yeah, my ego would be like, nope, I want to be with you, but no, you did too much. What's up, Rakim?
What's up, Morena?
How are you?
Oh man, I'm copacetic. What about yourself?
Not too bad. Yeah, Blood Moon finally. Yes. What about this Nature Boy? Anybody familiar with Nature Boy?
Oh my God, Nature Boy.
I've heard of him, but I'm not familiar with him.
All right,
he's trolling now. Before he was really serious about him when he was living in like.
So give us some background, Bitcoin on.
He's like he's on the he's not even like Rastafarian. He's like fuck Babylon, meaning like it's not even like white. He's just cultic at this point. He's just like he's got his own thing going on. He's very in tune with like obviously he's narcissistic. He's a black dude. He's from New York too. I met him one time, like years and years ago.
Okay.
But he's got people that follow him, and they literally do whatever he wants. They literally do whatever he wants.
I always thought he was crazy, and he was doing them girls wrong. But
what's the premise of this?
Can't do somebody's wrong. That's a willing participant. They out there in the woods with him. That's the only thing I know about the guy. I just saw that he was in the woods and live with women living with him. Other than that, I never looked.
Men too. He has men that follow him the same way.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot about Nature Boy because I was heavy on my Sodnetter and all
right,
that.
so he was part of that world, right? So what made him break
community?
Right. So what made him break away from that and start his own cult?
I mean, that was part of his thing. I mean, he was living in Costa Rica, I believe, and he moved out there and he had his people following him. And then it just got weird. But like, I think them dudes, they might go with the noble concepts and noble purpose in the beginning, but once they get that power, it just feeds their ego, and then they start tripping. They get that God complex. And
right. The God complex.
What was the concept?
I mean, I guess I could like dig up some old videos and send you links so you can watch some old shit. Then you know what I mean? Because now they just got him looking like crazy. And
no, he's doing it on purpose. No, he's trolling. He's trolling now.
Well, yeah, too. But I'm talking about all
I'm
his.
Just curious as to what, if you could summarize it, if you know, like
he wants to get away from Babylon, like white people, that world, everything politically. This part, he's like, I'm gonna go back to eating vegetables grown in the earth and back to nature. Nature Boy.
Yeah, Yes, but then he got kind of weird and wild with some of that. Like when he was like, I make love with my woman with my newborn sitting right there, and we
Yes,
made
I
no,
heard that.
it's
Okay,
like.
I heard that. I
But
heard that.
people are taking that like, I mean, he is bugging with some of that, but especially how it sounds. But I remember I watched the whole rant, so I was like, bro, I know this is gonna get take better. You are kind of weird how you going, but they really gonna make it super weird when this hits the internet, like how well, and now that when he said that, it was like maybe almost 4 years ago when he said that, or it was
Oh
some
wow,
years ago,
I
more
heard
than
that a
two,
few days ago. I heard
Exactly.
about
But now that's coming up like boom. They're like, this is Nature Boy. He's this. He's a pedophile. He's this. And I'm like, I caught
Mm.
crazy, like just like when you see like Jim Jones or any of them people that go off and they make cults when they become the head of the family and the head of like
Yeah.
a philosophy, like they become bigger than like their ego just gets crazy and it just consumes them. Same thing with Young Pharaoh. I don't know you ever watch Young Pharaoh? You know
Yeah, well,
anything
they were
about Young
going at it.
Pharaoh?
Young
know
Pharaoh
about
and
him
him were going at
briefly.
it. Young Pharaoh was on some other shit too, though.
Yeah, but same thing. Young Pharaoh used to be like on point, but now he's fucking wild and crazy. And so he got some of the same things that he used to blast Nature Boy about. He does some of the same thing. Follow yourself with yes men. Think you can have all these women. You get a God complex where you think you're the greatest thing. And it's just like,
Yeah, they get so worried about being right, they're scared to be wrong.
nah, it's just crazy. I don't know.
Nah, but
So
he's doing it now. You could tell, like he's doing it now to like, if you look at where he's at, he's got a Puerto Rican flag, a Dominican flag, a Haitian flag.
I saw the
That's
Puerto
all
Rican
trolling,
flag.
man. Because let
Is
me
it
tell you something.
Puerto
Back in the
Rican?
day, if you follow Nature Boy, he was on that like Africa shit. He went to Africa.
Mhm.
He was on some cultic like he wanted to go back to like where in Africa where they have multiple women, and that's what he was doing. Now
Yeah.
he's like, all right, he's like he kind of toned it down. Now he's trolling. Like he's in Atlanta right now.
Well, he's in jail right now with his
Oh
ass
no,
is in,
is
No,
he
ain't
but
really?
before that, I saw him. He had a video with some LGBT lady boy. So what was that about? Did anybody see that video?
he? No, I didn't see that one.
No, that was like part of his harem or something, and she was just sitting there like, and I'm like, what? It was just weird. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds
I
of it.
mean, they said he had HIV. They said he was gay. There was a white guy that gave him a lot of money. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody follows him, knows. And so there was a lot of stories going on.
And ultimately, he got locked up for what? He was abusing somebody, right? Because
He got
Blood said, I
locked up
hope you
several
make
times.
me bend over and teach him a lesson.
Um,
What was Blood
I
Moon
think
talking
it's
about? He was abusing women. I didn't ever hear anything about him abusing women.
I thought that one chick, I forget what her name was. I
It
think
was
she
pretty
was
too.
some Stockholm syndrome, or like I think she was because they had her dad calling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
he was brainwashing them motherfuckers. He was brainwashing. Now
So
I
is that
hear
some
you
R.
if you're a
Kelly
willing
stuff?
participant, but I know I wasn't no R. Kelly like young. She was just
Not young, but I mean control, because he controlled them.
yeah controlling. Yeah, it was some
Yeah,
controlling
that's
shit.
not that's not abuse.
He
That's
had them
just
fighting. He had them
people
fighting on the
following.
beach. All types of shit everywhere.
If you know that you got somebody like you controlling them and you doing it for your own benefit, I think that is can be considered abuse.
I say that's manipulation. Abuse,
Oh,
we know what abuse
But
is.
manipulation
You
is
know what
abuse, though, too.
abuse is.
manipulation is a form of abuse. It's the first
Especially if you
step.
know what you're doing.
It could turn
Yeah, yeah.
abusive. Yeah, it could turn abusive because you can control somebody to
I
do
mean,
things.
sure. You don't
Every
see when he has the
abuser
women
is
and
a
they're standing
manipulator.
there with their hands and they got to
Well,
stand a
people
certain
are
way.
manipulators in general, but I just think unless it's like real abuse, like severe abuse, then that's what I call severe abuse. But if somebody's making a choice to stay with them or something like that, then I can't really say. I'd say you being manipulated. If it becomes severe, then yeah, maybe we need to call the authorities and get somebody involved that's gonna go there and get her. But
I
if
mean, the
she,
feds want his ass. He was literally, you know what it was? He was selling hope to these people, right? They would come to these utopias, and they would come there, and he knew they didn't have the money to get back because he controlled all the finances. You know what I'm trying to say? It's almost like and that's abusive. You could abuse somebody financially too, so where it becomes mental, and then it becomes physical. He went to jail because of physical abuse, but he's smarter now. Now he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna abuse. In my sense, he's gonna do it with manipulation, and that's how he's
But
doing it. So
I think that his charge now he's got like some kidnap or imprisonment, false imprisonment, kidnapping, or some weird
So
shit
he's
like
in
that.
jail
Is the
without bail,
charges.
right? He has no bail.
I believe. Yeah, he's in what's the DeKalb County, DLKB or whatever is
yeah,
in
the cap
Georgia.
time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. But
Mm.
I mean,
yeah,
the
I don't really know too much about the guy. The only thing I can remember was that video I seen. I don't really know too much about any of those dudes, man. Sonetta, I've seen a couple of his videos, and Pharaoh, but I never really got into what they was
Even
really talking
Polite, you know,
about.
I mean, Polite Nature Boy went at it. Pharaoh Nature Boy went at it. Pharaoh and Polite went at it. You know what I mean? All of them, but they all have the similar traits. They be controlling. They got a good mouthpiece. They can spit that shit and have you believe in what they talking about. They might have had spitting like 75% real shit and 25% filler, but then as the money gets involved and the ego gets involved, it'd be more filler than real shit.
I mean, like
And they
Sonetta
always
was on
have
the Hebrew shit. Sonetta was on the Hebrew shit. Like he was on
Sonata's kind
that,
of
that shit hard.
everything.
I could watch him though, but Nature
Yeah, I
Boy,
rock with
there was a
Sonata.
few seconds, and I was just
Polite
like,
too.
oh,
Polite too.
hell no.
I rock with people until I find a fundamental flaw in their philosophy that don't apply, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, you know, I can't. You know, Nature Boy did some wild shit. I'm like, you goofy now. Young Pharaoh has done that where he flipped the script. I used to like some polite shit, so I see some shit that I'm like, you were wrong. How you feel? I'm living proof that you wrong. You know, and it's like it just don't make sense. And then I just
Yeah, you remember when the Hebrew Israelites? I'm talking 10, maybe 10 years ago, when they were out in like Manhattan a lot. I mean, they're still out there, but they were on that like Esau and Edom, where they were like, okay, you know, well, the white seed is that, and Edom child, you know, because they were only reading like they were cherry picking from the Bible. And that's when the other dude from the Egypt, he had the Egyptian code, the codex, and he came out. And then it was so much turmoil between supposedly your own brothers that it made them look bad. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I think Polite and Sonetta and a couple other you know individuals that were in that conscious community, you know, because Pharaoh went out deep on the end. He went out into some like, you know, third eye. He was going towards like alien. You know, he was going out there.
So they start becoming fanatical. That's what it is, right? They start
The rabbit hole.
yeah,
It's a big rabbit hole.
Hey, Sundown.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo. What's up, Sundown?
Yo. I've been up for a while. So the only thing I know about Nature Boy is that one time when Fighter had showed that clip where he was just dogging this one girl out. He was just calling her all kinds of names, and she was just sitting there taking it.
the light skin chick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one with the father. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I can kind of get what Rakim is saying. Sometimes it's if they're willing to, you know, put up with it, it's not considered abuse. But I'm just saying, like, if that was my kid, like if I had a daughter and I knew that one, I would teach her to be smarter than that. But two, if that was the case, and she was with somebody that was manipulative and was like,
You want to kill him, right?
yeah, I'm just trying to
Trust me, that's what happens. That's why he puts everything on camera.
But those women were those women are adults too. They weren't kids. They weren't minors, right?
Yeah, I know. But
That's what I'm saying with all of them.
You got to put pride to the side. Imagine if somebody sent you a link and you look on that link and that's your daughter and some dude is just berating her and she's looking at the floor. It's like, all right, I'm gonna have to put the paint on. I'm gonna have to go kill this dude cartel style.
I mean, Rakim, it makes sense too. Like the father has to take accountability as well. Like, damn, do I got a part in this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sometimes you might have done right and your kid just ended up being fucked up.
Well, the person who's manipulating is the one that has the control, right? And people have the gift to gab, and some people they can lead people. I was talking about that to somebody the other day. I mean, they're like the Pied Piper. It's on. You see it on YouTube. You can control the masses.
The worst thing he did was come back to the States, like Atlanta. Like he fucked up.
Oh
He
yeah,
stayed in
he
Costa Rica. When he was
back.
in Costa Rica, he had them by the balls. Like, imagine you got no money. You're in Costa Rica. They're wearing fucking, like just no clothes. He don't let them wear clothes. They don't buy food from, nowhere. Like it's like he's on some back to Africa, back to your like. He tries to keep it very. And in one sense, I respected him. In one sense, like for a while, but then when I seen it was about the money. Like I seen where it was financially driven. Then I was like, okay, now I know he's full of shit. But now he's trying
like
so hard.
with a lot of those dudes, man.
Bitcoin,
they don't come up with solutions to anything.
Yeah, look. Do you think that they talk behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Like they might be going at it online, but I think personally, a lot of these dudes they talk behind the scenes.
Yeah, of course.
And they'll be like, "Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna come at you this way, blah blah blah." Or
like stage shit.
Or they could be, going at it, but then hashing it out behind the scenes. And we might look at it and think it's one way, but it's actually not. They sitting back laughing about it.
Well, listen to this. Look, when he was doing that shit in Costa Rica, nobody had a phone. He's the only one that had a phone. Nobody had a phone. All those girls that came out with those things afterwards, that's because they came back to the States if their parents had money to get them back. The ones that were there, they were stuck. And I'm talking about guys and girls, not just women. He was doing it
I
to men
think
too.
those people are mentally weak though, for him to be able to control them like that, because maybe one on one might be
That's what I'm
easier.
saying, Morena. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
He
what
was selling
happens
hope and
between
they
a
bought
man
it.
and a woman, right? But he has several women there, so it's like, no, like like you're trying to control all of us to be in this type of polygamous type of thing, and
That's exactly
we
what
don't have
he
no
does it though.
money, and
That's what he was doing.
we're
What he's
chanting
doing.
all day, we're getting high all day. Like what's going on to keep me there and stuck? So they must have had some insecurities or something had to
Some
be
people,
going on.
That's a fact.
some people had a gift of gab. Like, listen, everybody in here, like, no matter what you say about the guy, it's off subject, but no matter what you say about the guy, another person that was really like charismatic and when he spoke, people listened was Alpo.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever
He's a
heard
joke.
Alpo,
Yeah, I'm from New
yeah,
York. He's
but
really
like
good.
he was another one, super
Yeah, but I'm
manipulative.
just saying, like, it depends on your mindset, though. Sundown, maybe the people that he motivated were people who didn't have much, right? So if
Yeah.
you don't
He
have
targets
much,
them kind of
They were
people
looking
too.
for love in all the wrong places.
yeah, that too. I think I don't know. I mean, you're in the military, so I always felt the military wasn't for me because I felt like I told you I felt like my mother was like a sergeant. I was like I didn't want to go into the service and have to have somebody else tell me what to do. So I knew I wasn't going to be a good fit, right, per se, because you have to be able to fall in line and follow the
Uh,
rules, listen to
so
somebody telling you what to do. I'm not saying a negative way, but you know what I'm saying. You're kind of being controlled in a way.
Hmm.
yes and no. Y'all are looking at the military like the entire time that you're in the military is boot camp. You got
Hey
somebody yelling
everybody.
But you
at
got to go
you.
through boot camp first.
But boot camp is only, I mean, depending on what you do, boot camp is only 8 weeks, 9 weeks. And
I heard people
those,
complain about it, and my sister loved it. So I was like, "Really? You loved it?"
yeah,
Y'all have a good
Most
weekend.
people complained about it.
yeah, it's not 4 years of somebody looking at you and telling you do this, do that, yelling at you and calling you all kinds of names. That's only a small portion. That's like 1% of your
Yeah.
actual career.
I think I was taking Full Metal Jacket then. Probably I was like, "Hell
Oh
no!"
wow, that's a good movie. That's old.
I just watched
Right?
that the other day again.
It's just on Netflix.
Yeah.
They break you down because like some people don't make their bed in the morning. Some people don't wash their own clothes. So they really break you down to the
It's
basics and
not
teach
that.
you
Yeah,
accountability things like a child from the beginning. They got to break all that,
And that's
and
why
you
I'll
know
Oh
be
yeah,
not,
like,
it's definitely
it's not just that.
psychologically measured out for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
that's a scientific platform. That's been done.
They also yell at you like that. You all right? So like
"What's
that
that?"
soldier.
I'm sorry, I'm
Oh
walking on my job. I'm gonna tap back in when I get to my house, y'all. I gotta hop in the car and drive. So
Okay.
I'm gonna tap back in. All right.
All right.
So like they yell at you because that makes people uncomfortable, right? When somebody gets in your face and they yell at you, the average person is going to be like, "Nah, you get in my face, or if you yell at me, then I'm going to say something back, or I'm going to do something, right?" But they teach you how to deal with that, and that helps deal with stress. So when you get done, if somebody yelled at you, you would probably laugh. Like me, if some random person yelled at me, I'll just laugh at them because I've been yelled at far worse than whatever it is that some random person said. But it's just to get you mentally tough. They're not doing it just because you're some random person that comes in off the street. They're doing it to build you up.
who yelled at you?
Like that. I was just like, my mom yelled too, sundown, and
Yeah.
I just said, nope, not for me, because she was telling me to. I was like, no, I just left your house. I'm not trying to go from one,
It's different. It's different for me because like both my parents were in the military. So like I was used to my entire life. So boot camp was nothing.
Right. Well, and I just said all that to say like that's just some form of control. It's and I'm not saying the military you're mentally weak, but these women had to be, or the people that followed him had to be, because even looking at it, they should know
Not
that.
not
Yeah.
necessarily, Morena. If you do got a mouthpiece, they can be good, strong, and and everything else.
Nah,
And nah, what you mean? Nah, I done been through it, bro.
j-
I'm
But
just
they're doing it on
I'm here to
YouTube.
tell you,
I
bro.
mean,
They're doing it on YouTube. There's
it,
people being led by
It's a
people on
reason why
YouTube.
people. It's a reason why people with
nah,
mouthpieces
nah,
prey
nah.
on the weak. They don't
Well,
go after somebody that
nah,
actually
nah.
got
You don't know
options.
that they're
That's
weak. You don't know that they're weak.
Right.
I can tell that they are.
You don't know that they're weak when you meet them.
But it don't give
You
him
know
the
what I'm
right.
saying? When you
It don't give him the
exchange
right.
numbers, the girl could be financially
She not.
stable, everything else. But when you get in that, man, people got mouthpieces and break them down. Sometimes it don't have to be from a broken background. I'm telling you, most of the times it ain't from a broken background out here. I'm just letting you know.
But remember,
Well, that means she must got self-esteem issues if that's the case.
but,
That's what I'm
but
saying. It
right,
might have
but
some
that's the whole thing.
It's
Does that
not.
give
self-esteem.
him the right to? Does that give him the right to prey on the weak? It
No,
doesn't.
no, no. It don't. It don't. It don't. But don't just cop out for the women. They was weak and all that and all this. And when the man is really dropping that mouthpiece on them, you know what I'm saying? And they making
So
six figures and
you
all
don't
that.
think it's the you don't think it she can just be like looking for like what Blood Moon say, looking for
Nah, they ain't
guidance and all of
they ain't
that.
looking for nothing.
Yeah, but shit. What the
Motherfucker
fuck does
Cause
come
he
and
like
do?
get in your
let's take
ear.
that. Hold on, let's take that and use that, right? Okay, let's say you growing up in the hood and you got a young boy on the block that he ain't really got nobody to look up to. He ain't got no guidance. So that same, so you saying with that, it's the mouthpiece, right? It's the mouthpiece that you can get out, you can get him out there and go send him on a dummy mission to go do something that's gonna cost him his life or do things like that. That's the mouthpiece, or it's the fact that that person is looking for some type of guidance or looking for somebody that they think they care about them.
Looking for
See,
acceptance.
that's a different thing. That's a different scenario. You
Okay,
know
Not
what
you
a
I'm
know
different
who's
saying?
really
scenario.
good
Really,
at
not a
that?
different
Charles
scenario.
Manson. Charles Manson got these suburban little white girls or women to do his bidding. He was good at what he said. He had the gift to gab. Charles Manson.
Jeffrey
Anybody know
Dahmer
who
had more
Charles
women
Manson?
sending him letters in mail, and when he was in jail to marry him, than he did when he was on the street.
You
Oh,
talking about that buddy?
those women are questionable. So what's
But they're
sending
all
him?
questionable. You know what I mean? That's the whole
Well,
point.
I mean, like, because I know what bipolar is trying to say though. Like, it could just be you could just meet somebody like in the street, and he's just trying to talk to you, and then you end up going out and hanging out, and you like his vibe, and then all of a sudden he got you caught up in some situation, and then he says, "Yeah, and why don't you bring your friend?" That's how Charles Manson did it.
And
I mean,
you could be the
Rakim,
brokest
you're right too.
motherfucker in the
Everybody's pretty much
world
right
too.
in a
Yeah,
sense,
the gift of God.
And they
because
and
we're
they
assuming that
could
the
be a
child has a
doctor or
mother and a
something.
father, and then we're also assuming that that father and mother was a real mother and father with good, genuine love and had guidance. So if you're missing a mother and a father, you're already falling victim to something.
you
You're already a
you could
stereotypical,
raise your kids
statistical thing.
good, man. They
Yeah, it
straight
does
up
happen
Yeah,
to
a
but
lot.
how
date.
often is that the case though? How often do we
With with
hear
with, with
about
him
people?
and the people he deals with, wow, man, it's a
Yeah, I
lot.
mean, like I'm like because what bipolar was saying, that's not often the case. It's cases like that where you can
It's
raise
it,
your kids up, and but the outside influences can fuck them up. But that's not most of the time. Most of the time, people get easily influenced if they already come from a broken foundation.
That's
see.
Jim
what I'm trying to
Jones
say
I
too.
have
can't.
Yeah.
families.
I
Jim
don't I
Jones
don't
have
like the
families.
broken foundations
I
part.
would.
Jim Jones have families. He had families in his compound following him. So I don't think they all had issues. Jim Jones was really good at what he was talking about. Whatever he was talking
I,
about, whatever utopia he was selling them, they all fell for it, and then they all killed themselves.
I would go with
Some
Rakim.
of them killed themselves forcefully though, right? We got to remember
Right, but the
some of them
majority were
tried to
willing
run,
participants.
and
The
they was
majority
like,
were willing
nah.
participants. The majority were willing
And
participants. Otherwise, he couldn't.
no,
Remember, he
and
grew
a
up
lot
there.
of them was scared already. A lot of them was already scared because they was like either I
Tell me
die
the
by
story. Break the
gunfire
story
or I
down,
take.
because I had a family member. Just
They were
break the
willing
story down.
participants. They were in Guyana. He led them down. He had a church
Uh,
here first, I think, in
I'm
California,
talking
right?
about oh boy, break the
Who?
story down.
Who?
Break what
What's
story now?
the Jim Jones?
Well, based off of what I
Fillmore.
know, I don't know everything about that
Okay.
particular situation, but based off of what I know, he was some type of preacher. Am I correct? And he led people from his
What
sermons.
kind of people?
These was black people,
Uh
mostly black people down there in Guyana. They was down
huh.
there, and he was
Where
apparently
they
he
come
had.
from?
I think they came from the United States, if I'm not mistaken.
Most of them.
They come from Fillmore, California, San Francisco. Go ahead, keep going.
I mean, shit, what else is it too? I mean, the synopsis of it is that they went down there or whatever. He was doing a lot of abusive shit down there. That's why people were slipping notes to the politicians and everything to try to get them up out of there. Once the politician realized what was going on, he was afraid of being exposed. He had some of his armed guards kill him, and they knew that the United States was coming. So he had laced Kool-Aid with fucking cyanide and force fed it to a lot of people. It was even people on recording saying that just spare the children, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
it
trying
was
to
a
hear
How
that.
did
planned
he get
day
them to Guyana? That's what it is. How did he get them there? How did he get
because
all that
they
Take
population?
all
somebody out of their comfort zone, and now you got
he
them by the
fooled
balls.
fooled
It's very simple. This
everybody.
is military strategic, warfare. It's mental warfare. The most dangerous weapon is your mind.
But again, he took families down there, so
Yeah,
he must have
he
been
took
talking a good talk. That's the whole point.
yeah, he had a good mouthpiece and he
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't
fooled
get me
a
wrong. Don't
lot
get
of
me wrong. I
families,
agree. I agree to a certain extent.
a
He might
lot
have
of
had it,
black
but he probably
families.
presented himself in a different light then until they got down there and they
Of
But
saw
that's what we're
something
course.
talking
different.
about. That's what
But
we're.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
you got to
exactly
you
what
got
we're
to you
without
got
talking
to
a
about.
doubt.
have some. Okay, well, you got to have some type of resources first. If you just got a good mouthpiece and you ain't got shit to show for it, ain't nobody really gonna go for that
Men do it
pussy.
all the time to women,
Not
so I mean,
necessarily.
it
Not
happens. That's what
necessarily.
we're trying
What,
to get
what,
to.
Rakim, Rakim, you be having some dudes that be in prison, getting prison guards pregnant.
Who are you
Yeah.
talking about, Jim Jones?
No, I'm
No,
just
now
saying.
he's talking about I'm in jail.
Having
Oh,
a quick mouthpiece. This
oh.
dude's in prison and ain't got shit, and they'll be getting the COs and all that stuff pregnant. There was one that was a cop killer. That's a big case. It was a cop killer that got a chick, a CO pregnant, and that made headlines. So not necessarily. I agree with what you're saying, but a majority of the time, it'd be some dudes that just they'll be able to stick a can of oil sometimes.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. But even cases what you were saying, like in jail and everything, it's been dudes that said that they get female guards, especially when you got these guards, they working around men all the time. Ain't no telling what's going on in their personal life. So if you able to get a good mouthpiece and then on top of it, they around you more than they around
I mean,
other
you know what?
men in
They
their
deserve that.
personal
They
lives.
deserve
So
that. They
I don't know.
they deserve that.
I don't know, man. And you know what? Y'all might have a point, but I'm just looking at it from the perspective
Because I
on
mean, if you look at the CO, they went through training.
you gotta be vulnerable majority of the times for somebody to be able to get you. If it's like because
nah.
most of the times if it ain't in your interest, most people if they looking to come up on something that's not in their best interest, if they know better. If they know better, they do better. So they not gonna listen to just what you saying off the bat, like, oh yeah, this motherfucker he popping this shit about this, he know this and that, but I ain't seen nothing though. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody like you. Most people are not. So you have to be in a weakened state for that game piece for that
You
Nah,
mouthpiece
know
to
what's
work.
another one?
nah.
Scientology. Scientology gets rich people, right? Rich people, actors, people of means and finance, and then they don't until it's too late. Then they figure out that they're in a cult too.
Scientology is the devil.
But I'm just saying that's how they get them there too. That I forgot what the guy's name is. That he sways people and he
Hey
gets them.
Tom
Morena.
Cruise. Tom Cruise.
Hey
Fucking. There's a
Morena.
Yeah,
lot of them.
Hey
yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Morena.
He's into that.
That's
You
all I
didn't
Supposedly.
know is Tom Cruise
hey
What's up? What's
too.
up?
Morena.
What's up,
You
Rakim?
didn't know that that's where that phrase came from, don't drink the Kool-Aid?
Don't drink the
Nope,
Kool-Aid. Yeah.
nope,
Yeah,
nope,
that's where
nope.
it
I
came
didn't
from Jim
know.
Jones.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Uh, so to piggyback back off of what Rakim was saying, you
Mm-hmm.
also I think if you come from a household that is super strict,
Yeah.
a lot of times that pushes them into a
Rebellion.
negative lifestyle because
Yes.
perfect example of that. We all know preachers' kids are some of the worst kids out there, especially when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to
Mhm.
being like promiscuous, right?
Yeah.
Not,
So
not even preacher kids.
you'll church kids in general, right? You'll have kids that will be taught you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you can't do this because this is wrong.
Just
That'll spike
regular
their
kids.
curiosity. Yeah, that'll spike their curiosity. They're like, okay, why is it that every time I venture over here, my parents say something? I wonder what is gonna happen if I go over there. Maybe I might see something. And that curiosity will get them. They'll meet the right person. He'll say the right things, and no matter how good their parents were or how strict their parents were, they'll go over there just out of curiosity. So you get a lot of these people hooked on drugs. They know drugs are bad, but like they'll still do it.
And the kids be like, I've been doing this all my life. And man, look at what he doing. He having fun. And we've been doing this, eating together, going to movies together. Man, look at this. This is different.
Perfect example. What was that dude's name from California? The white kid. His parents were millionaires, right? His dad had a $1 million company, and he was in Beverly Hills or some rich place in California, and he was hanging out with Crips.
Oh yeah, he was hanging out with Chris. He sure
Yeah,
was.
he was
You're
in the
right.
hood
He was
hanging out
hanging
with
out with the
Crips.
rolling 90s.
Yeah, yeah. This dude had a rich mother, a rich father, and he was in the hood hanging out with Crips, and then he was involved in a shooting. And it's like, yo, you come from this lifestyle. You had this. You
But
had
you got to remember too, sundown, that music, man. They be seeing the music videos, the visuals, and everything make the shit look like it's cool. So to the kids that like you said, got all of these resources and their parents got all this access to wealth. That shit gets boring to them because they live in that lifestyle from birth. So they want to, hey, I want to get some excitement. Let me go down to the hood, see what they doing down there. That seems exciting to them.
yeah. You see it all the time,
And to
especially
be
like
real, without social media, there would be no Nature Boy, there would be no Sonetta, there wouldn't be no us.
It's easier to do it now since you have the internet. It's easier to
Yeah,
reach.
they still would have been around.
It would have been, but the following would have been, not as, just like I think Nature Boy, and
I don't
he's got a
even
big
know how
following.
they're around that because they corny.
yo, Rakim, you be killing me, man. You be up on everything.
But I'm out, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. I appreciate you, man, for letting me on the panel.
Nah, Rakim, you be up on everything. But I found that like cringeworthy, but sad at the same time. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah, it happens, man. It definitely happens.
You know what Bigo is? Bigo, you heard of Bigo, the app?
nah,
It's like the app where they send you diamonds and cruise ships. It's like a dating app, and you go on, you see people like, you know what I'm talking about? Those apps. It's called Bigo. There's another one called it's just like the people just like you just watch them, and like you send them gifts. You have to buy more money.
nah,
Nobody knows.
no.
Well, he's on those sites now. They're on the shit. I sound like a fucking crazy person, but you pay money now. Now Nature Boy is on those sites called like Bigo. You can look it up. Bigo. It's an app, and you can watch people. You go through like channels, and people just you're watching them just do crazy things, and it's just like they're live streams, basically live streams. So I mean,
I don't really do social media like that. Like I do this. I don't know how I got into this because before I just used to, music on here. I used to never really follow people like that. So like last year, I think it's been a year now that I actually started interacting with people. Like as far as social media as a whole, nah, I'm good because I see what social media does to people. I feel like it dumbs people down. Like you got people that's my mom she has a TikTok, right? And she'll tell me that there's people getting millions of dollars for dancing for like maybe 6 seconds. And that's what social media has come to, or that's what society has come to. People just doing anything to get some sort of clout recognition to get some money.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we seen it with the YouTube channels. I mean, look at how YouTube was back in '08, '07, '06, where you can actually have genuine conversations about certain things on YouTube before the whole monetization thing. Now, once a person has become monetized, if they built their audience around a certain narrative, even if they know that narrative is bullshit, they're gonna keep that going because that's what's getting them money and that's what's getting them views.
right? Nature Boy didn't start the wheel. It was out there already. You know what I'm saying? People just following that whole
Yeah.
cultic pointed thing.
You
Not
guys are
only
talking
that,
about the extreme, but they have channels on here that are dedicated to lead the masses, and people
Oh
are
yeah,
doing it. They're donating to these channels,
yeah.
and they're just talking what people want to hear. They're saying something you want to hear. Sometimes you don't even hear how stupid it is that they're talking about, and you sit there for hours and you're like, yeah, this and that, and you pumping money in their pockets. I know I see people that I'm like, wow, what a good gimmick this motherfucker got because he's making money off these people. He doesn't even have to work. They
No,
make
because it's everybody from the
they get money donated and they make about 5K a week, tax free.
YouTube to me changed.
everybody. Yeah,
YouTube,
everybody's doing that.
A
like
lot, no, not
YouTube,
everybody, but there's a lot of people doing this. There's some
it
people that
is.
I've been seeing. I'm like, wow, this is a good gimmick they got going right here. And if you
But
see the
like,
people in the chat and what they're talking about, I'm like, they're really falling for the BS.
not
They're
to
really
me,
falling for the BS.
I feel like YouTube to me took a downturn when they started doing the whole copyright thing. Because I remember at one point in time, like oh
Yes, you can play music.
oh five, yeah, I believe I got my YouTube in oh five because it's the same year I joined the military, right? So back then, it was so many more content creators out there, and they had free range to use whatever songs they wanted. They could use whatever clips they wanted, and YouTube was dope then. And then it was the gauntlet because they didn't censor anything, so you would see some people say some crazy shit in the chat section, right? But when YouTube started doing the whole regional code, and then they started taking down people's videos, taking down people's channels, and you had to go through this to be able to upload a video. You couldn't use this video because it belonged to this person. That's when it started to take a turn for
No, you know
like,
what started that though, Sundown? Was apparently I forgot, it was something that they had saw on YouTube that was advertised, like, and it was something somebody said against Israeli people. And then I don't know if they had already invested in YouTube and everything like that, but they said that they didn't want to lose their sponsors, and that's when things started changing because they was getting advertisement money from, it was like a Coca-Cola commercial or something like that. And once that had happened, that's when things started changing because they didn't want to use their ad money. So that's when they started little by little implementing restrictions and everything like that. But one thing I don't get with people is that, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool. The money is cool. But if people really understood the power that they brought to YouTube, you can just go to somewhere else and get that popping. And just like based off of from what we see off of YouTube, make it like, look, if you want us to create content, we can't have these restrictions that we had dealing with YouTube and different things like that.
It's all money driven. I mean, if you're playing somebody's song, the person, let's say it's Jay-Z, he ain't making no money off of you playing a song 1,000 times a month. Let's say, like if it was
yeah,
on the radio, he would get a set. He would get, however they pay them, they would get paid. But you using it, you're using it for free to bring people on your channel, and they're not getting nothing out of it. But you're using their content, their work.
I
I
get
don't
it.
know. I don't know because in the beginning, like,
They were
wasn't
trying to
nobody
just
even
get
thinking
people to
about
get
that,
on, right? They were trying to
huh?
get YouTubers. That's how they were trying to grow the platform.
Yeah, yeah. There was no restrictions there because YouTube was still in like the infancy stage, right?
Correct,
So
correct.
they were letting people get away with a lot more, um,
I
a
believe
lot.
Facebook is like that too. Mm-hmm.
But it was crazy because, like I said, like I was in the U.S. and then I moved to where did I go? I went to Japan, and I came back, and like half of the channels that I was sub to was deleted due to being in a different region, and I was like, yeah, that wasn't like that before. Then they were like, nope, you can't play any songs from this region, or your channel will get flagged. So I had like 3,000, like, you know how you like videos? I had like 3,000 like videos. Out of the 3,000 videos I have, I think I only have 1,100 now that I can look at because the rest are blocked. So I'm like, dang.
Well, I think Rakim was kind of close to it. Look at the name that Morgan put on there. So yeah, it's usually something, or they figure out they got enough people on this platform, and they're like, you know what? Now we can revamp it and make it the way we
Yeah.
want. People got used
And
to
they're
use
too
it.
invested. Yeah, people are too invested in it now. They
Mm-hmm.
can't
And
like, nope.
it's and what you were just saying, Sundown. It's like people need to recognize that strategy because they've been using that strategy for so long. Like a lot of people in business, for instance, y'all remember back in the day, Fox, right? Y'all remember Fox? Remember back in the days in the 90s when Fox came on, like in the what about like 5 in the evening? Fox was showing Martin and Living Single, New York Undercover, like all of these different urban shows, and they was doing that to actually build their audience up. And once they got their audience up and they made a lot of their profit off of those urban shows, they canceled most of them, and then they started, putting different shows on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I was gonna say something I forgot. Oh, you know what else is like that? Instagram. Because remember how Instagram used to be way back in the day? You didn't have any kind of videos. Like it was just pictures. You had collages. You couldn't do the. Could you do hashtags? I don't think you do hashtags. I don't know. This
Advertising helped broaden it. That's
See,
2011.
I call it
advertising
the nature boy effect. A random person in Arkansas, a beautiful white girl, black girl, whoever she is, can contact any famous person in the world. Just DMing them. So you at your fingertips, you have a lot. It's the communication is at an all time. It's a little too wild because people are living fantasy lives, but they're not really real.
Yeah, it's all an image. Like you're looking at a second, or you're looking at a frame in time. It's just a frame in time. But to us on the outside looking in, we might think that this person is living this kind of lifestyle. They're driving this kind of car. They have this kind of fashion sense, and it's just not even that. It's just them, and they're barely scraping it like the rest of the next person.
I'm thinking about the followers of these content creators. They're sitting there in these streams and these chats, and you're interacting with them. You think you're dealing with a woman, but it's really a man. And some people might have some ill intentions. There's actually people who stalk people in these spaces. So yeah, there's actual stalkers. I mean, somebody got killed over that. Some girl got killed over that. I think it was last year or something like that.
Talking about that OnlyFans model.
No, there was a YouTuber. There was actually a YouTuber.
She got deleted over that.
She got killed.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Oh,
that's code word for It's code
you
word.
said Israeli, so I guess it don't matter at this point. But I think it's on YouTube though. That they're talking about it. So, they talked about it. It was a YouTuber. I think it was her boyfriend or something, or somebody she met through YouTube, something like that. You just got to be careful. And you know what? I'm scared of the kids now because this is what they know, right? Not so much just YouTube, but YouTube, IG, Snapchat. Like this is all they know, like how to meet people, and they can be easily like what we were talking about, like with the nature boy. They can be easily influenced. Like sometimes you don't even know what they're watching. When my son was in elementary school, it was that what was that slim something that kids were afraid of. That kids were
Slender Man.
Yeah, like and I don't know where they were watching them at, but they got kids to do, to kill each other. Some kids died over that.
It's like look. So I would say my biggest fear for like the younger audience, like the kids, is like today, porn is so you can access porn from anywhere. You know what I mean? And like, and that's my fear for younger kids is they could be exploited that way. Like we're older, right? We grew up in a time when there was no internet.
Yeah, you're right about that, Sundown. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I got a '90s brain when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So
like
kids are being lured. They lure them that way too.
We used to have to look at the back of magazines to find like the videos that you could go and buy, right? We didn't have the internet. We couldn't just go on the internet and look up www.whatever site and then boom, we got porn there. You had to know somebody who knew somebody who might have had a tape, and then you got the tape from that person. But like
you thinking about boys, what about girls, Sundown? People they groom you to get you to a certain point. They do all that on the internet.
Listen, at this point, it's both of them. It's just as much for the men as it is the little boys as it is for the little girls. Because now you're starting to see a lot of cases come out with little boys.
That's scary. And then these kids don't have any critical thinking skills. Because I was a latchkey kid. You couldn't lure me to go do nothing when I was little. Like, I went to school and I went home. I didn't talk to strangers. I didn't, but kids these days, they're I don't know. I think they can be easily influenced. I really think they can.
But
People
it's
groom them
so
for
much.
what they're doing.
It's so much sex out there that you get desensitized to it. You know what I mean? Because like,
Yeah.
Peep this, everybody. The other day I was with my daughter. She's 3 years old. I'm watching YouTube with her, right? She's watching Shortcake, all these little kid videos, which are some of the biggest, subscribers out there, like, channels. She knows how to slide it up and look at another video. She keeps on changing her mind. She don't want to watch one video. She knows how to press the skip ad button already. You see what I'm saying? At 3.
yeah,
If you think about that for a second, it's like
They watch you guys. They know what they're doing. They watch you.
at 3 years old.
They
yeah,
watch.
Yeah, what you saying, Bitcoin? I
That shit
remember
bothers
when
me.
that happened to me. Yeah, that happened to me when I was
I was
what?
upset.
I mean,
I scolded my daughter for it because I'm like, she kept on just changing her mind so many times. I'm like, you're gonna watch one video, don't touch it no more.
no, that happened with my little nephew. Man, I had to take the phone away from him. I remember putting him to sleep. I think I must have got up to go get a bottle of water or something. And I saw, when you see that cell phone light flashing from the room, and I was just like, I went in there. He's still on there looking at Play-Doh. I'm like, no, boy, you a hype. Give me that phone. You been up here this whole time watching it for the last 6 hours? Nah.
yeah.
Go ahead, get some sleep.
That's just how.
Give it to them. So they do what they're doing. They'll give them a cell phone or something. Let them play the video game for hours. And they don't realize what they're doing. So something happens to your brain with that, right? It's like, I don't know. Call that. It's something with the something in your brain that constantly staring at the screen and playing the video game. Isn't there a warning too when you play video games? Like, you shouldn't be playing it after a certain amount of hours.
Like
yeah, because you can get like a seizure,
Like a seizure. Exactly, because of that.
Yo, speaking of that, they actually, if you look it up on YouTube, you'll see people that do Twitch, like the gamers, actually have like seizures. Like they'll you have like Twitch streamers, right? They stream video games, and you'll see them. They'll take Adderall and they'll be up for like 2 days, 3 days, just playing video games, just to get that audience, and they'll have a seizure. Like, it's on YouTube. You can look up Twitch streamers having seizures because they've been looking at the computer now for 2 days.
Without a break.
And yeah, they'll be talking and then they'll just wig out and pass out and start convulsing on the floor. And it's like, that's just what I don't think that human beings were meant for, like, this kind of technology. We're still primitive people. Like, we need to get outside. We need to exercise. We need to, do all this other stuff, and we're not doing it because all we're doing.
Too many choices.
Yeah. That's why people, like, I told you the story before. When I was in Africa, we were looking at these sheep herders and goat herders, right? And they were like maybe 7. One was 7. The other one might have been like 9. These are little kids. And they're tending to like a flock of sheep, a flock of goats. And they were content. They were happy. They didn't have the technology that we had. They were living a primitive lifestyle compared to us, but they were happy. They didn't have the luxuries that we had. And sometimes not having these luxuries are a good thing.
Since they didn't have it, they didn't know that they were missing out on it.
Yeah. So to them, they were content. They used to come up to like the little gate that we were at and ask for like they do the little drink motion. We throw them a bottle of water, but like they were just out tending the flock and they'd be running around and mom would come or the dad would be with them and they just be playing with the sheep. And it's like, yo, these dudes have no idea, what first world living is, but they're content with what they have.
Well, even like that. Remember? You go outside in the morning, don't come back till the lights come on, and we'd be out all day. Your parents didn't ask you where you going to sit in front of the porch, dude. You would just run
Yeah, man, I I
Right?
remember even having video games, you'll have people tell you, "Hey, you ain't about to be on that game all day. Go
Yo,
outside.
that
You
was
better go
hey,
outside."
that's how it was when
Hide and go
Mortal
seek.
Kombat 2 first came out. That's all I used to play, and my parents would be like, "Look, you got 30 more minutes, and you going outside.
No,
You're
I
not
remember
about
being on my cousin crib, man. Like my uncle was tweaking. That like he had Streets of Rage. He had Streets of Rage. My uncle told us an hour.
Yeah, that was the shit.
I'm like, damn, gee, an hour? He was
Can't
like,
even, you
yeah.
can't even get to the third level.
He said we can only play it for an hour and we can't play it no more for the rest of the day. I'm like, man, I gotta go back to the crib. G. I can't be fucking around over here. You only get an hour on the game. Damn.
The
But as
addiction.
you get older, yeah, as you get older, you understand why.
Huh?
But
What
look
you
at
say,
the.
Modena?
He only had an hour. You only had an hour. You said no, I gotta go home and play some more. Look how easily that's addictive. We think it's drugs and alcohol.
How
Like
about Woody
YouTube is
Woodpecker?
an
You know Woody
addiction. Like,
Woodpecker?
huh?
The cartoon Woody Woodpecker?
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch those old cartoons and look how racist, stereotypical. Look what Woody Woodpecker was doing. Not only that, look at it's unbelievable if you watch the cartoons we used to watch.
Yeah.
Fucking, Woody Woodpecker
Tom
was
and Jerry.
high. He was
Tom and
drinking.
Jerry.
He was a
Tom and
womanizer.
Jerry.
Woody Woodpecker was a womanizer. I mean, go look at it.
Tom and
I
Jerry. They used
remember
to
that.
have
It's like,
mammies on. They
remember when
used
you
to
look
have
at it,
mammies on
oh
Tom
my
and
guys,
Jerry.
you're not seeing adults create the cartoon, so they're the ones being the
Right.
racist. But the kids are not.
Exactly.
They're not seeing that because I don't recall. I mean, I know what you're talking about. As an looking at it as an adult through adult eyes, you're like, oh shit, yeah. But as a kid, you don't see it.
Yeah,
Just like
don't get
I mean, look at Woody Woodpecker. He didn't have a job. He just bounced around. He had a good gift for gab. He had different little Woody Woodpecker girlfriends. He was always his ass was always in a pot trying to get cooked.
Donald Duck.
Yo, oh, speaking of which, Elmer Fudd. Did you know that Elmer Fudd was black?
What?
Yeah. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Elmer Fudd was originally black.
Wait. Then he had like his skin was real dark and he had big lips, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
right?
He was a black.
Yeah, I did see that image. Yeah, I did see that image back in the day.
I've never seen that.
Elmer Fudd was originally black, and he was, because you know how they used to have a stereotype of black man being indolent and lazy and soft-footed. Yeah, that's what he was. He was a caricature of that. When he talked, he had a really bad drawl. Yeah, he was a play off.
They made him look stupid.
Yeah,
you realize that?
And Bugs Bunny was making fun of him. So if you want to look it up, you can look it up. Black Elmer Fudd, and you'll see that video, and it's like, yo, they had to revamp it.
How about you guys ever seen the Ugly Duckling? You ever seen the Ugly Duckling? You remember that?
Nah.
It was that duckling where there was a couple, and one was the Ugly Duckling, and like he went out and he joined like the Eagle Gang, the Pelicans. Anybody in the chat? Ugly Duckling? Nobody?
Nah.
Yeah, it was a Disney movie, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That shit was gangster. I seen it the other day. I was like, this is what I watched as a kid.
Well, I mean, everything like Cinderella, Snow White, like
yeah.
I mean, this cartoon was teaching gang violence at like 6. He left the Swans and he went to the Pelicans, and the Pelicans came and beat up the Swans. And...
But you're looking at it through adult eyes now. When we were little, we didn't.
But that's who made the cartoon, was adults, like you said.
Yeah. And that's the sick part, right? You're like, these people are supposed to be making stuff for kids, and look at the kind of stuff that they're putting out.
There was a lot of racist shit in those old cartoons.
Racist.
Back now, you were just like,
even pedophilia was put out there like that. So it's like,
I always told people, what's racist? Is it a feeling or is it a word? Because like, if we
no,
knew what the word meant,
it's
right?
a system.
If we weren't taught it, you know what it feels like. Though.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely know what it feels like.
You could be illiterate, but you know what it feels like.
So what do you think is gonna happen with Nature Boy? What do you think they're gonna do?
He's gonna get out and be popular.
He's gonna get out?
Straight up.
Why do you think they're gonna
stupid as people are today? Yeah, I would say he's gonna get out and be more popular than he ever was. You got people that are gullible enough to be like, free that man. That man didn't do anything. Free him.
Still have more followers?
Absolutely.
I don't know who can sit there and watch them because I'm just like,
well, I'm guilty.
Yo, when I saw that video, when he was like, I could only look at maybe 5 seconds of it, 6 seconds.
That's how I was. I'm like, oh no, hell no.
When he was dogging that woman out and she was just looking at the floor, like, yo, all right, you saying that to her, she can't defend herself.
But you know what his audience is? Low, insecure women or really masculine women who hate him so much, but they can't stop watching him. Think about it.
I don't know. The ones I saw in it didn't look like that. Even the lady boy didn't look like that either. But they all had this weird look on their face, like
Yeah, fear.
they all had this weird look on their face. I was like, Now imagine if that's like your relative or something. If that's like your sister or your brother, because he had men on there too. So, oh man, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get on. Okay.
But the men are gullible too. I said
Hmm?
the men that follow him, they probably
Yeah,
gullible
Mendes.
too.
Yeah,
They have
man.
some issues too.
Oh god, that's scary. I don't know. That's scary. There's so much.
That's
There's so much
why.
here on YouTube. There's a side of YouTube I heard that we don't even know about. Oh, that's what I'm hearing him crying. That's some crazy shit going on too. So it's
That's
like,
why it's important to try to instill confidence in your children as young as
mm-hmm.
possible, man. Because you don't even realize what confidence is as a child. Because if not, people get out here and get eaten the fuck alive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where you from in
So many
Chicago, you
grimy.
know, New York, big cities,
Yep.
you get swallowed in a second.
You get
Yep.
swallowed in seconds, man. You got to know how to move.
Look at the culture nowadays. The kids, gang, 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 gang. Yo, listen, we didn't grow up like that. At least I did.
Now, like I remember telling Morena and all of that, this drill music shit that fucked up, man. Like even here, that shit fucked up everything so badly, man. That shit just made shit way worse. And then now that it made its way to New York and all of
Oh
that
yeah, New York
shit.
is just swallowing it up.
So yeah, like if you ain't on your children and you ain't trying to teach them shit, a lot of these people they go out here and they just repeat the cycle. They easily get manipulated to do other shit, and then they pick up on what they learn and they manipulate other people, and it's just a fucking ring around the rosy.
A
And that
vicious
shit just
cycle.
it should just get worse
Generational
and
curses.
worse.
That's crazy.
Yo, you ever
Or
been like
like how
you, that
that
person in your
Disney is
family?
putting LGBT things in every one of their cartoons, making sure that
Yeah, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. And you
What?
know what's crazy? It's not even
eliminate any reference to gender.
it's like it's not even a situation like that. Like it's like today they want you to really be ashamed of
Who you are?
being a man. Like between that, it's one thing to push
Shit
something,
sucks,
but it's
man.
like they trying to make it seem like don't be a man. Man is evil. Men should be ashamed for being men. And between that, it's one thing to push.
Women too. They're doing it to
Huh?
women. They're doing it to women too.
No, they not.
Yeah, they're masculine them too. They're making them masculine and making men feminine. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right, Miranda. You're right about that. You're absolutely.
The same way
Yeah.
the government is raising inner city, basically black, Latino, and even now white children. You don't need the father in the house if the government's going to give you 60% of what the father is going to do, and he's not even there talking shit. So
Oh,
really,
that's been
when the
going
government's
on.
raising a child, like it's like almost a no-brainer for some of these
It's an
people.
incentive to do that. Yeah, to be that way.
Yeah, that's been going on. You had like I remember growing up, it was let's say like I knew dudes if they got into shit where they got caught with guns or if they got into shootouts and shit, they mothers would be kick them out 14, 15 because she don't want to lose her Section 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
She don't want to lose all the you gotta go. They're like, I ain't got nowhere to go. You gotta go.
Not only
My
that,
mother
man.
never visited me in jail, ever.
I would say it's not only that, but talking about like the younger generation, like they don't even know how to, like they can't even survive if, let's say, if there was some kind of cataclysmic event and we had to live without technology, we had to live without the luxury of having convenience of food, and people had to go out there and get their own food. People had to go out there and get their own water and live. They wouldn't be able to.
I think most people in the inner city wouldn't be able to survive because for
Yeah.
you to even learn those type of tactics, you got to be like in the woods, in the wilderness somewhere, or like in areas where you got a lot of land and you can live off the land. In the inner city, we all pushed in together, so like everything we get, we depend on stores, we depend on public transportation, different things like that. So a lot of us would be. It's just like people would just be trying to step over each other to get what they can get until there ain't no more resources, and then they'll be making their way elsewhere.
Yeah. That's why like I always laugh when you hear people talk about certain people will be like, well, we're better than you. We come from this place. We're better. And it's like, man, I guarantee you, if we were to put you in a situation where you didn't have any of these luxuries, you would be no better than the rest of the people
But
Facts,
sundown. On the
facts.
contrary, just to defend the younger generation, like our kids, your kids, and the ones that are coming up, our older elders, they spoke like that about us. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
So on the contrary, we have to give our youth the opportunity to. This technology thing is not going anywhere. It's going to be here to stay. When we're gone, it'll be here. So we have to either combine with them, form with them, do something, keep those old values that we have, the few that are left, because there's not a lot left of like people our age. We're probably the last dying breed of 30, 40-year-olds that even if you do have any loyalty, things that money can't buy, dignity, respect, the things that money can't buy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We are that last generation. We're
Absolutely.
the generation before the whole internet boom. So like we were exposed to things that these kids will never be exposed to because technology is only going to get more and more advanced. So my
Yeah,
They
brother is
never seen a
able to.
payphone. They never seen a CD player, a
Whose kids
cassette
are playing hide
player.
and go seek? Whose kids are playing hide and go seek? I don't know any.
Oh, play
Yeah.
games outside. Yeah,
shit.
I'm not thinking
Mr.
about that.
Freeze. Kids don't even play. We used to be playing Mr. Freeze in the alleys, be bouncing between block to block.
When
Yeah.
you had to
Playing
sit
Mr.
there and figure out what you was gonna play. Like, okay, what we gonna do
I think
now?
I think when we, uh like you know how your family I don't know how y'all's family was, but like my family it was always, hey, stay close to each other, keep in touch with each other, and always tell about family history. You know what your grandfather did, you know what your grandmother did. All when you have kids, tell them what your grandfather did, tell them what your grandparents did. Keep that bond there, right? But you also have to take it a step further and be willing to teach your kids, teach them how to hunt, teach them how to fish, teach them how
Yeah. Bear arms.
to
Do that here in Texas. Them kids, not they
Gun
teach them
safety.
survival out
Gun
here.
safety.
That's why.
They,
Listen, Morena. People be thinking I'm hating when I tell them this. It's not just people on YouTube and these chats, but like just when I talk to people in general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo,
Yep.
Texas, and like Montana and Wyoming, them places of country, where them
Mm-hmm.
places out in the middle of nowhere. Those are the states that you don't want any problems with. Why? Because
oh
all
yeah.
they do is hunt, shoot, and
Right.
and
They know how
and
to
keep.
hunt. They know the poisonous snakes. They know how to
I'll give you an
shoot a bow
example.
and arrow. They know how to do all that
You remember
here.
the show, the Alaska show, where they had that family in Alaska living? You remember that family?
Yes.
Okay, it
Yes.
was a great show for a couple seasons. Look what happened to them once technology hit them, broke apart. This one moved there, that one moved there. It destroyed them because to
Mm-hmm.
them, it's almost like somebody incarcerated for 30, 40 years. When they come out, all they know is being fed three cots. They don't know nothing else. They got medical treatment. They got everything they need at a fingertip. They're like elementary kids in jail. When you're in jail, it's like elementary. People fighting over cigarettes, peanut butter and jelly, bologna. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like BS is his
Yeah,
own culture in there. Yeah.
That's because that's because what we dealing with now is society is so microwavable that rewarding being rewarded for dumb shit is coming a lot faster. So you can remember growing up in the hood, if somebody was doing some dumb shit outside, you were like, man, go sit your goofy ass down somewhere. But now, if somebody doing some dumb shit online, they get a following, and these people, they get hundreds of thousands of views, and before you know it, they up on Instagram repeatedly doing dumb shit, and
Look at
yeah.
Kim
building a cult
Kardashian.
Man,
following off of that.
Look
remember
at
that
Kim
dude?
Kardashian. I mean, she's not
Remember that
famous. She
dude?
was infamous. She sucked dick. Her father was
They
an
have to have
Olympic
an
trial
audience
runner,
though.
Olympic gold medal winner. No, most people don't even know that. I know some of you probably know, but that's the claim to fame. A legitimate, respectful,
Mm-hmm.
dignity way to claim. But only her claim to fame is infamous. Nowadays, people don't care about being famous. There's some saxophone players, piano players, musicians that are the best in the world. Nobody knows their fucking name, but they know Kim Kardashian, who sucked Ray J's dick, and now she's with Kanye, and now she's with the new guy who's a comedian. See what I'm saying? It's just backwards.
People live for that. They live for that. If there wasn't an audience, she wouldn't be famous. If there wasn't people watching her.
Yeah, sometimes you
Yeah,
just
that's
gotta
true.
sit back and look. You just gotta sit and look and be like, yo, man, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all really find that entertaining? That's like, um, you see these people. People say it's staged. I don't know if it's staged or not, but you be seeing these people. They'll go in Walmart, right? Or they'll go to like a shopping store, and it'll be somebody in the aisle with them, and they'll throw some water up, right? And the water will hit the next guy, and then they'll pretend that they didn't see what happened, and they'll be looking around, and it's like, y'all really find that funny? People will be in the little comment section, little laugh emoji, like, yo, that's not funny, or like they'll
Do that shit in Chicago or the Bronx. See what happens to you.
yeah.
They can't do it. They can't do it.
It ain't gonna work.
Hey, no, you don't want to do that.
Not
It's like
bad.
those people that risk their lives that be trying to do them pranks and shit going into the hood. All right, go around fucking with people is already on edge, man. People are miserable. They feel like they stuck. They living in low income, impoverished areas. They already on edge, man. So you think you're gonna go in here and be, oh no, it's a prank. All right, yeah, this a prank. Hold these five real quick.
Yeah, yeah. Like you
Look
do
at
that to
Lauryn
the
Hill.
wrong person.
Lauryn Hill, one of the best artists, best lyricists. Great, never could reach the pinnacle of super fan because she never saw her soul. Erykah Badu, another one. Bone Thugs and Harmony. A lot of artists, and we could talk about the Illuminati because I mean that obviously has some play in it. But it comes to a point where you have to, privacy is the most precious thing in the world. That's something that we all have. We can go to dinner with our wife or our kids, sit in peace, and not worry about somebody blowing our heads off.
Right.
But Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber, they can't go to a dinner and just sit down. They got to rent the whole fucking place out. They go to Six Flags, they got to rent the whole. Privacy is one of those things that it's at an all-time high. It's expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't
If
have
you
to.
lose that young, right? That's what really has a bad impact. Well, that's what happened to Michael Jackson because he lost that young, right?
Yeah, he
There,
did. He did. That's what happened to him, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
there was
Because I
somebody
had
else.
somebody argue with me about that once before. They was like, "But look, if they didn't do that, he wouldn't have became the greatest superstar ever." I'm like, "Yeah, but at what cost, though?"
Yeah, exactly. Look what he had to sacrifice.
Because I'm like, look, he was still unhappy, and he was the
Mm-hmm.
biggest pop star in the world. And we thinking to
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, man, I'd kill to be in Michael Jackson's position.
I would have
But
went to Never Never Land when I was a kid. I would have went. If you would have let me go, I'd have went.
Michael Jackson had people passing out.
That used
yeah,
to make me laugh. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
Passing
when
out.
people
Like,
get moved like that, sundown. I never idolized nobody like that to get me.
That's why he hung out with kids. He never had a childhood. You get it?
yep.
He never had a childhood.
And I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand. And I, give Joe Jackson his credit. That was a strong brother who was trying to make sure he got his family out of Gary. And
He tried the
I
best he
give
could.
him,
He tried the best.
yeah, with what he had to work with, because he wasn't an educated man. He was working in them fucking steel mills in Gary. But yeah, it's just like certain things you realize once they come into place, and you just like, nah, this shit wasn't really, because it ain't just him. All of them was kind of messed up a little bit. Toya was kind of messed up mentally. Janet be going through her things, and
All of them. All
Look
of
at
them.
the look at the Braxtons.
I think all of them were.
I love Tony Braxton.
Hey, did any of y'all see that Michael Jackson This Is It though?
nah.
That motherfucker. Oh man, that concert was gonna be lit, boy. That concert was gonna be lit. He had that the DVD. This is it. He was doing his performances where he was practicing, getting ready for the concert. That was the concert he was gonna do before he died. But they
Yeah,
had
he was
to
time before.
refund everybody's tickets. Man, that show was gonna. Mike was gonna kill it.
His idol was Frankie Lyman, one of my favorite singers of all time. He died
What's
yesterday too.
Frankie Lyman?
Frankie Lyman,
Really?
that was Michael Jackson's idol. Yeah, you can look it up. I love every
That's
song.
not
Yo, I love
okay.
Frankie Lyman.
That story was crazy on Frankie Lyman.
I love Frankie Lyman, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about Frankie Lyman until I saw Why the Fools Fall in Love.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, you go watch when he's on he was doing live, and you look at the audience. Majority was like 100% white people.
That's how I was. That's how I was with all of those.
You look at their faces as
stars.
he's singing and dancing. They won't even crack a smile. They won't even crack a smile because they're scared. At those times, you got to think like, damn, if I even act like I like this black dude's music, my father's gonna beat the hell out of me.
Nah, them white girls was running up grabbing them singers. Look at
in the back chats, but I'm talking like if you watch the videos, I'm saying like the old school videos, you watch them in the seats. They're like, I'm not talking about a concert. It's like you gotta look into it a little bit.
No, listen. Not only that, Bitcoin. Did you know that back in the day they used to have black artists, and when they sold their records, they had like a white group for the cover.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, look at Nat King Cole. They didn't even want Nat King Cole to show his face on television.
Hey,
but you know what? That's what made him great though, because nobody's seen his image. They
Marilyn Monroe.
Listen to his voice.
Did you know that Marilyn Monroe? She told it was a casino, something like that. I forgot the woman. It was a black singer that they weren't going to allow her to come in because she was black and it was segregated. And Marilyn Monroe was like, "Hey, I'll make a deal with you. If you let her sing in your casino, I'll sit front row, and I'll be the one that draws all the people to actually come to your casino because they'll want to see me and listen to her sing." And they cut a deal with her, and they said that was like the biggest turnout that casino had because Marilyn Monroe was there, and she was like, "I only went there so that this black singer could actually sing there." So when I found that out, I was like, "All right, shout out to Marilyn Monroe." The music industry is its own rabbit hole, man.
Crazy Bone. The music industry been grimy.
Crazy Bone was talking about how he sat down with the record execs and they were talking about how to groom rappers to increase the prison industrial complex.
Well, it's obvious, right? I mean,
yeah. But look at them today, man. Mm-hmm. Remember when Tupac and Biggie got killed?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Like, it was unheard of, and that's why I feel like they were so profound because it happened to them, and that was just something that wasn't the norm. Somebody broke it down and said the last person that got killed before Tupac and Biggie was Scott LaRock, and that was in the 80s.
But I remember that. That was down the street from my school. I remember that.
Yeah. But when Tupac and Biggie got killed, it was crazy. But then you look at it now, you got a rapper that gets killed every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you got to remember, like a lot of these dudes ain't really rappers. A lot of these, it's not like they not rappers in the sense of back then, where they had to have talent. They went through record deals. They had A&Rs, released multiple albums, different things. Like, no, these dudes are just coming up off the streets, just making music on the internet. So they not really rappers. Like they not really rappers. A lot of these dudes just gang banging on the beat. Like they not like, so a lot of the times they end up into it with people in the streets, and it ends up eventually catching up with them. In a lot of the cases.
What's the guy from California? Tall, skinny dude. Pop Smoke.
Oh, okay.
No, Pop Smoke. I'm talking about the other one. No, I didn't get to.
Slim 400.
No, what's his name?
They were all
Nipsey.
King Von.
Who?
Nipsey,
right? Lauren London's baby daddy.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Yeah. They were rappers. And that happened right during the pandemic, didn't it?
Yeah,
his own people killed him. Another Crip.
Yeah. So they're doing it a lot often now. And I guess the ones you're talking about, Rakim, that's all like what, between last summer and now, right? It's been at least 6 or 7 months, right?
Shit, it's been going on since 2011. Like 2011, 2012. Like I can name 3. Like I can name 4. Like even in Chicago, L.A. Capone, Young Pappy,
FPG Duck.
When Duck got killed.
JoJo was the first.
JoJo was the first. But they like a lot of them wasn't rappers. Like Young Pappy was still halfway in the streets and all of that. So like a lot of these dudes wasn't. They not really rappers, because when you think of a rapper, right, on how we grew up, the rapper you was usually found by A&R, or you usually worked your way through the industry. You knew other people in the industry, and you was doing your thing, underground, until you got a big hit that blew you up, and you know, you had been around, but now people were starting to know your name. Those was rappers, not nobody that just created a SoundCloud, decide, you know, I'm out here gang banging, I'm gonna just, you know, sing "fuck the ops" and hit them with the 30 on the beat, and then it's gonna blow up, and then now all of a sudden I'm a rapper. A lot of these boys ain't really rappers like that. They making music, but they ain't really no rappers or singers or nothing.
King Yella got lucky.
Yeah, Yelly got up out of there. Yelly
Him
got
getting
up
arrested
out.
was probably the best thing ever happened to him.
No, but he had already left to Vegas. He
Mm-hmm.
had already left to Vegas. But yeah,
Young
like
man.
so a lot of these boys ain't really doing it. Vaughn got lucky to get on the way he got on because Vaughn was doing some shit. Everything that he
I
was
think
rapping
Dirk was behind
about.
that. I don't trust Dirk, bro. I don't trust his
Nah,
face.
nah, he wasn't behind none of
I
that.
heard some
But,
shit. I mean, it's you know, just theories out there, but there's some stories. You know.
no, but everything Vaughn was rapping about, he was doing that shit. Vaughn, he was a lot like his pops. His pops, rest in peace to Silk.
Look at Lil Reese. He calmed his ass down.
Yeah, because Reese took one of them motherfucking Draco shells to the neck. That'll calm anybody down.
If you look at it, a lot of the motherfuckers that 6ix9ine was beefing with died or in jail.
Yeah, that's because a lot of them was really living. They was living like that. It wasn't no act for them. So yeah, he right. But he was smarter. Don't get me wrong. But when you out there like that, you don't just turn that shit off overnight because you got a little bit of money. That money, like, you know, like that money that you getting. First, the money is quick, and then you just getting a little bit of show money. You're not really getting no real money like that to get yourself out of that situation. So, of course, your mentality still gonna be in the streets and everything on what you're doing, but you don't just turn that off overnight. That don't just happen. Especially if you just spent the last 8 years, 9 years out here shooting it out with motherfuckers selling dope or whatever the fuck you doing. That shit don't just go nowhere overnight. So,
I like
but yeah.
I like P Rico. P Rico, I like his.
He was decent. He was alright. But but 6ix9ine was smart. He was smart. I don't knock 6ix9ine at all.
I mean, I don't knock him either.
He did what he had to do or whatever. I don't necessarily agree because it seems like, you know, he wanted to use, you know, them niggas that he was running with. He was using them for promotion until shit got crazy.
But they were using him. He was the bag. They were
They
using
was
him as
using
well.
each other. Yeah, they was using each other. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, they did some foul shit. They did some real foul
You know what it
shit.
was? They put him in the whip. He wasn't like a gangster from birth. They made
No,
him.
he wasn't.
The money made him crazy. He's the one who got Chief Keef shot at the. Well, he didn't get shot, but they shot at him at the one hotel in New York. He's the one who paid for that. He put 30.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He started going wild. He's the one who got Snow Billy. Anybody knows who Snow Billy is? Got him fucking popped. A lot of shit. At the end of the day, it don't mean nothing. Because you know what?
You can't take it with you.
Nah, you never seen a U-Haul in the back of a hearse, have you?
Nah, it ain't meant to take it with you though. You give it to the next generation. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. It's supposed to be passed down to the next generation.
That's something that I think my people have to learn, and like a lot of different people too. Because the only people I see doing that nowadays, honestly, are the Jewish people. The kids could be heroin addicts, put them in a hospital, like an old person hospital, but they'll leave all their money. They'll leave all their money. Yeah, absolutely. That's like crazy.
You don't see an Asian bum in the street either.
You don't see too many black or Spanish people in those homes either.
Maybe not now, but before I couldn't find an Asian or Jewish one out there.
But I used to work in one.
Yeah, I ain't never seen one either.
And I tell the white people, let me call your kids for you. You know, like you feel bad. I felt bad. You know, it's draining, emotionally draining. And they'll get mad at you. Don't call my kids. They don't want to bother their kids. They want to stay there. Shit, my mother would be like, "Fuck that! You put me in that home, I'm cursing you. I'm fucking gonna haunt you for the rest of your life."
I worked in a nursing home. That's my grandma. I would never do that to you. Never. It was depressing. It was so depressing. And I was living with her at the time, and she saw how I used to come. She's like, "Why are you working that job?" I was like, "Oh, she quit that job." I was like, "It was very depressing to put your parents in there. You should be able to take care of your elderly. Don't stick them in a nursing home. It doesn't even last long. Big point when you go to a nursing home. You stick them in there, they don't last more than a year. The loneliness kills them."
Yeah, the mind stops working, right?
And the loneliness, because the adult children or whoever it is, they put them in there and they forget about them.
And then another thing too, I always wondered, like when you talking about, like when you look at people in the home, you wonder because when you get a certain age, people don't look at you as bad or good; they just look at you as an old person.
Yeah.
And I'll be wondering, how many people did some fucked up shit like when they was young, like or didn't really take care of their kids or abuse their kids, and they just like
did they
now
deserve
you
it
in
or
the
not?
home because I
Those
don't I
people,
swear I don't want to be that person, huh?
when they be mean, you're like, yeah, they're just mean and miserable because they live a fucked up life and now they're mad because they're old. Shouldn't be angry because you're old. That's like
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
it's I think it's a beautiful thing if you can look to be old and have your mind right and everything and still be able to enjoy life. You can't do everything you used to do, but you get to see your grandkids and you get to see I don't know, you get to see life move on from you, like what you created. So
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Like that's why I'm gotta make sure I take care of my kids. That's the last thing I want to be. One motherfucker's like, man, you wasn't shit. Put his ass in the home. Like I do not want to be that person. I want to be that person that when I'm old and I'm getting ready to check out of here, I want my grandkids to be like, no, Grandpa Rakim, don't go. We need your wisdom. I
I'll tell
want to
you
be.
this,
I want to. I
if
want
you
to be
instill
that
that in
one.
your kids, it won't happen.
like when somebody's in the
Huh?
hospital.
If you still instill that in your kids, it won't happen. They won't.
Hell yeah.
They won't.
My mom had double knee surgery. Usually, when somebody has surgery, or like let's say they can't clean themselves correctly, usually it's the womanly thing to do. The daughters to do it.
Yep.
I mean, like that's much. I've never really seen my sisters. They're younger than me. They wasn't ready for this. Mom had double knee surgery. She couldn't clean herself. I had to do it. I had to
Are you the
literally
older
had to be
one?
there with 6 months. I was in the
You the
hospital
oldest one?
living in a chair. If anybody knows when you're in a hospital where somebody was
Yeah.
like in bad shape, your life is fucked up too because you got to be, you got to be there for them.
You the older sibling, Bitcoin?
Huh?
You the older one?
I can't hear you.
Were you the old sibling?
No, I have 5. I'm the oldest.
Yes, I'm saying so. That's why you took on that responsibility. That's probably on the other side. It would be me. If anything happened to my mom, it would be. I would have to take control of that situation. Usually,
Yeah,
when you're the
I had,
oldest,
like a nurse do it, and I was like, no, nobody's touching my mother.
Oh no, they stay in the hospital, they get bed sores and stuff. They don't get taken care of properly for some reason.
It was shocking for the nurses because they never really seen a man doing that for their mother.
Yeah,
They almost looked at me weird. They almost looked at me like weird, like what, yo.
Well, it's the saying, right? That we take care of you, and then when we get old, you take care of us. Or when we need you, like
She got the surgery on both knees. She was gonna get one. I was like, listen, it's like a car. If you do one tire, you got to do the other tire, or else it's like off balance. So it was rough in the beginning, but now she's walking, jogging.
Oh, so this was recently? Like this happened recently?
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's recent. Yeah, your sister said, yeah, you would think. Yeah, you're right. You would think that.
Pretty much. Where the hell did everybody go? They took off.
At least you were there. That matters. Somebody was there to do it, right? Thank God. So you took that responsibility to do that. I mean, nobody will take care of your mom like you. So.
Hell no. Also don't know.
So you only had one. Bitcoin. Thank you so much for joining the panel. I think I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you so much for coming on and keeping this going. Yes, we're going on 3 hours. Yep, in less than 54 seconds, we'll be here 3 hours. Thank you so much for keeping this thing going. And don't be a stranger, Bitcoin.
You know that scene pop up. I was on.
Cool. Have a good evening or good morning. Thank you, Bitcoin. Thank you guys for coming. We still got 11 people on here. Blood Moon, Smoothio, AOC, Rakim, Morgenheim, Aleem, Jojo. Who else showed up? Third Ward, J Dub. Thank you everyone for showing up. Moise, of course, Moise for a long time ago. And everybody else I forgot, just thank you for showing up and sticking with us during the stream, and hope to see you again maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But thank you guys for coming and spending the time with us in this late night chat. So until the next one, have a good night, everyone.